I am going live. Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Ladies and gentlemen, I am alive. Are you watching the stream?
Let us see.
Is the audio working?
Yes, I can hear you.
Excellent.
Yay!
So, for the first time...
Forever.
No. For the 10th time starting the stream, we are officially going to start with the stream. So I will now... how do I say... I will recite the monologue that I just said just now and nobody could hear anything, but yeah, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cube Creative Media. We are a group of individuals, people that have come together with various backgrounds and interest in creating and the arts and specifically movies and series and things like that. But today we are here for Will of Meir. It is our D&D campaign that we've been running for about 6 months now, and yeah, we're very passionate, very dedicated towards it, and at long last we have decided to share it with the world, if you could call it that. But nonetheless, I am the Dungeon Master, Keegan Duplessis, and I would like all of you, the rest of my players, to please say hello to the camera.
Hi!
Howdy! Hello!
Hello.
How do you do?
We will do introductions in a momentary... We'll do introductions in a moment. But nonetheless, let's move to our main screen so that we can see everybody over here. I am gonna go with the list, and then you just quickly introduce yourself, say your name, say your character, just quickly explain what their race and class is. Don't go into too much detail. On the left, first up, we have Alorian.
Hello. So I'm Nightingale. That's where I go by. Knight for short. My character is Alorian Callier. He's a paladin, and he's an elf.
Awesome. Next to him, we have Orbith Allfury.
Morning! My name is Luca Bonardu, and I play the character called Orbith Allfury. He is currently a 9th level barbarian fighter multiclass, and he is very cool. Yes.
Awesome. Next to him, we have Eli the Magnificent, if you please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Well, my name is AJ Lombard, and the character that I'll be playing is, as was introduced, Eli the Magnificent, also aka Eli Rottenell. He is currently a 9th level bard multiclassing as a 1st level paladin, and he is a male half-elf.
Awesome.
He's also an extraordinary lover.
Of course. Next to him, we have Darakas.
Hey, my name is Hugo, and I play Darakas. He is an Illithid, a Mind Flayer, and I am multiclassing as a druid and cleric.
Awesome. Next to him, we have Mulligan.
Okay, my name is Zach. I'll be playing Mulligan Bane. He is a human, but he has the appearance of a statue-like being. And he's a warlock.
Awesome. Next to that, we have the infamous Dice.
Hello, my name is Etienne. I am playing Dice in this campaign. Dice is a greedy little rogue / warlock with some interesting properties, but come to see that when time comes. He's also very skinny. He is a human. He has silver hair, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay, awesome. And it seems we have lost Hirion there for a moment, but I'm gonna go and... Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and continue for so long, and he'll be joining us shortly. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are jumping into the middle of this campaign, aptly titled The Will of Meir. Now, just for a bit of context, Meir is basically the god of creation within this world. In the beginning, there was only chaos within the endless void of nothingness, but then Meir arose and saw a spark of potential where there was none. He began and split the darkness from the light, creating the two elements Lumine and Mortem. After that, he went on to create Terras, Ventus, Ignis, and Galatius. And from that, he intertwined time between the elements to bind the universe in perfect harmony. The setting of our campaign begins, or rather has been playing off, on a planet named Avum, a world named Avum. And once again, just for a bit of context, it is a world ravaged by 1,000 years of anarchy at the moment. Long ago, there was a mighty city in the middle of all of the continents, and massive wars were waged there. And thanks to a catastrophic event known as the Day of Cadence, everything was changed forever, and the world was steeped into darkness. The evil creatures from the continent of Shar ravaged the land and forced the people to band together and basically seek refuge underground within the city of Neu'Tauri, which is currently the largest and most populated city. It is an underground chasm where buildings and things are built. And for the first part of the campaign, our players ventured within the city, and they discovered many interesting developments and corruption and evil that was going on behind the scenes, behind the rulers of the city. And so, in a flurry of a few events, they accidentally met each other within a tavern one day and got tangled up with the resistance that was fighting against these rulers. And they were then basically hired as mercenaries to seek out a way to study the rulers of the city. These three people, mysterious figures known as the Tribunal. And so their first mission was to find a way to get above ground so that they could look at the situation from a different perspective. But things didn't go so well, and they were basically yeeted off a cliff and murdered by one of the leaders of this, of this city. A individual known as the Vision, a very powerful sorcerer. But there was hope, as they had previously discovered an enchanted sword somewhere beneath the city and carried it with them. And in this moment of crisis, the sword used its chronomantic magics to restore them to life. And so they were able to venture through the Underdark, barely alive, and eventually make it above ground. Currently, we find ourselves within the city of Asmar. It is a city that exists outside of this underground city of Neu'Tauri, and right now they are essentially seen as heroes within the city, as they had discovered a strange connection between this city's ruler and the city of Neu'Tauri. They dispatched him, killing him in a very ironic and violent way, and they are hailed as heroes, and they have the backing of the entire city behind them for very interesting things that they want to do later on. Nonetheless, they have discovered a lead, finally discovered a lead that might lead them to discovering the weakness or the plot behind these three rulers of the original city of Neu'Tauri, where they were from. And they are now pursuing this. It is a shrine of the noble Rottenell family, the family of Eli, the Magnificent, and they are investigating it for potential leads on how to counter the rulers of Neu'Tauri and defeat them. So, we pick up, rather, last we left off. The party made it to the gates of this Rottenell shrine, upon the Irrigar peaks, these spiky mountains that jut out from Asmar city. Asmar City is a desolate wasteland of a place, and it is surrounded by an ever-moving sea of sand known as the Silicon Sea. It is very arid, it is very warm, and the people here are a very stern type of people, very strength-based, honor-based people, as they have to endure the hardships of this desert to survive. But nonetheless, we find ourselves, I believe, at night. They entered the Rottenell shrine. They wanted to take a long rest, but Dice was very curious about the potential gold that was within this Rottenell shrine, and he investigated and got captured by what can only just be described as essentially a greenhouse that came alive. For some reasons that Eli might know, there is a room covered with these plants known as devil roots. These plants are essentially what the Rottenell family uses to cultivate all of the food produce for Neu'Tauri, and it seems it has a very long history with the family. And it's effective. They produce about 80% of Neu'Tauri's food supply, but upon closer investigation of these plants, they might not be as safe and sustainable as it may seem, as these devil roots have came alive and is attempting to murder Eli and Dice now, as both of them find themselves trapped within this greenhouse filled with devil root plants. So we pick up. The party has just broken through the very thick stone slate wall to the greenhouse within this Rottenell shrine upon the mountains. And we see on the other side Eli and Dice surrounded by whipping vines, and it's sort of these green vines, but on the one side it's covered with these crimson red spines that seem to be very poisonous. And so this is where we pick up. We are immediately in initiative. Where we pick up. We are immediately in initiative. Where we pick up. We are immediately in initiative. I have to hold on for a moment. Okay. Awesome. So, let's get ourselves some battle music.
Battle music.
Indeed. So, here, Urion, are you there?
Yellow?
Hello there. Just before we continue, can you please just introduce yourself and explain what your character is, what their race is, and what is your class, please?
Sorry about that, my earphones just died for no reason.
Okay, no problem.
So, Urion is a sorcerer. I forgot the race, which is a bit embarrassing.
You're an Aasimar sorcerer.
Aasimar, yes. So, yes, I am a sorcerer Aasimar. And obviously, I like a lot of fire.
Awesome.
Hence the red character.
Yes. You have some of that holy blood of the fire god within you. But nonetheless, we pick up. Eli and Dice, you are surrounded from each side with these whipping vines. They're whipping in your direction, and it's been an intense battle. You've been watching out for each other as you were trapped within this room, but finally you see a ray of hope within this dark room. Dice, your drift globe almost eerily illuminating these vines that whip around within this dark room. The door breaks down, light pours into this greenhouse, and Darakas, it is your turn as Mulligan plunges his golden blue flames, his avatar of Algos state into this door, cracking it, ripping it open with that nat 20 that happened the last time. Darakas, it is your turn to act. What are you doing?
Okay. So I'm gonna start over here.
We'll just say everybody starts basically here. So then that will be the door right over there, and then you can continue on.
Okay, well I'm gonna use all of my movement to run up. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then as I run, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on Devil Root 1.
So before you do that, this entire place is filled with foliage, massive leaves, dead devil roots that seem to be standing still. You don't know what the devil roots are, but as you enter, this devil root reveals itself to you and is going to get an attack of opportunity against you. So please tell me, does a 14 hit you?
Yes,
Okay.
just barely.
You are going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as these vines strike out and lash at you, almost like whipping you, essentially. And I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw, as these spines pulse
Natural 20.
this poison. Never mind. Please,
Get wrecked.
Please continue. What are you doing?
I am casting Guiding Bolt on the big boy,
So-
Devil Root 1,
Casting Guiding Bolt,
at 3rd level.
3rd level Guiding Bolt on Devil Root 1. Roll to hit, please.
That was almost a natural 20, 12.
Devil Roots. Oh, that does not hit, unfortunately.
That's
You
a big
see
yikes.
this breathing, thick mass of plant matter. You don't know what the hell is going on here. Why is there a greenhouse within this Rottenell shrine? And you see Dice and Eli fighting for their lives. They're surrounded by these devil roots. But unfortunately, the devil root, as you ignite that light from your guiding bolt, the root almost flinches and it just completely misses, unfortunately.
Okay.
That is your action.
Then my bonus action, I'm just going to cast Spiritual Weapon
Please.
behind Router 2,
What's the range
the
of
little
spiritual
guy.
weapon?
60. But I'm going to cast it on the guy that attack of opportunity, me.
Oh, okay.
Attack of
Of
opportunity.
course. So you can. What do you want to use for it? You can place your own sword or something there.
Okay. Let's do this.
And I'll just
Cast it over here.
just gonna put a purple circle around it, as your deity is the goddess of darkness.
Yeah.
You all watch as Darakas misses with his bolt. He sort of pulls back some of that residual energy and pours it towards that side, and you see this cloak of a beautiful dark-hair with sort of glints of purple in it. A cloaked woman with a very long sword appears behind this router. Roll to hit.
Okay, nice. Natural 20.
Natural 20, please roll damage. That is router number 2 that you're attacking right over there.
Yes. Okay, so 21 force damage.
Okay, that's cool.
I rolled like maximum die.
What the hell? I thought spiritual weapon was useless, but nonetheless, here we are going. At which level were you casting spiritual weapon?
Second level.
Okay, so
But with the crit it was 2d8
Yeah,
plus
yeah.
5 and I rolled 2 8s.
nice.
So
Yeah, just for future reference, we don't. You can't cast 2 spells in a turn if one of them. The second spell you cast must be second level or lower. I'll allow that so that you can at least sort of cast a spell and also do a bonus action like Healing Word or something like that. But yeah. Awesome. I just want to see something quickly. Awesome. And I'm just going to ask all of you, because I'm sort of streaming a part of D&D Beyond, please don't roll unnecessarily. Because it sort of clutters up.
Sorry, I fat fingered that.
Don't worry about it. Okay. Anyway, so you slash Router 2 for that 21 points of damage, and you just see this like orange, reddish crimson liquid goes spraying everywhere as you cut a very, very deep cut into this thing. It's not looking at death's door. It seemed to have full health, but you definitely cut it down a little bit. Okay, Darakas, after your turn, it is my little friend's turn. This Rooter is going to see this sword appear. As it had that attack of opportunity on you, it sort of instantly reacts to you and scampers towards you by it throws its vines forward, clutching to the ground, and quickly pulls itself forward with like 10 or so vines, and is going to get to here, and is going to take an attack on you. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
You take, let me just double check something. Rooters deal +2. Yeah, I was correct. 8 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing just lays into you, whipping you as you enter this area. Okay, the end of that is my other friend's turn.
No con save?
Oh yeah, make a con save for me, please.
Oh gosh, okay. Why did I open my mouth? Ugh, 12.
12. That is exactly the DC. You make it, and don't worry about the poison. Eli, remember I gave you a number?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still have them here written down.
Does anyone else have a number? Like a large number? Dice?
No.
Dice, you didn't... Yeah, you made the con saves the whole time. Okay. So, Darakas, after your turn, it is going to be my little friend's turn. And Dice and Eli, you see emerging from the side over here. Creeping through the thick fauna, this Rooter 6 reveals itself to you and is going to... Actually... It is just going to make an attack against you, Dice. Please tell me, does a 16 hit you?
It does not.
So, once again, you and Eli back to back, slashing off these creatures from you, and you just dodge out of the way as these deadly vines come lashing towards you. At the end of that Urion, it is your turn. What are you doing?
I will. Well, remembering that these things seem to have some form of fire resistance.
It was only the large ones, it seemed, though. Make an intelligence check for me, actually.
Okay. Can I just not to be useless? That was the wrong thing, but my modifier is 1. Okay, so 14.
14 intelligence check. It seemed that those vines that you struck with your fire magic before, they look very similar to the more larger rooters, the devil roots that are within this room. So it seems maybe it's your guess, but it seems they are the ones that are essentially immune to fire damage.
Do we still have the exhaustion points
yes,
of
you did
3?
not
Okay, so I...
long rest.
Okay, cool. So I have 1 exhaustion point. So I will use most of my movement.
Okay.
And actually stand directly next to Darkos, and I will cast Burning Hands on 2nd level.
Okay, Burning Hands, that's a dex save for Rooter number 2.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, no, let's not do that. Okay, so let's make a dex save. Does a... This thing's dex is pretty shit. Does a 12... The 12 doesn't save.
Nope.
Roll damage.
17.
17. Let me just check something. So that is going to deal a total of 34 damage to this creature. As it seems the smaller ones, they're sort of in their infant stages of plant growth, essentially. So, yeah, they are not at all resistant to fire damage. And with that, you...
Eli, can Eli see that?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, is it too
of
dark?
Course. You do.
Eli notices this, and he's just gonna like yell out, "It's Urion! He's the key to all of this!"
So you absolutely murder, just murder this Rooter, sorry. And it is taken off of the board with that the vine flames that you extrude from yourself. That was your action and your movement. Any bonus actions?
Yes. Nope, that is my turn.
Okay. the end of that, it is going to be Devil Root 2's turn. Wait, hold on. He's going to move 1, 2, 3. Actually, I can't make it there. That's interesting. Let me just check on this thing's movement quickly. Yeah, only 30 feet of movement. They kind of suck, these things. So instead, it is going to move here. Dice, you see as both you and Eli are on this sort of podium precipice, fighting off these things, another few thick, beefy ass vines, these ones with those red spines on them on the one side, sort of climbs up onto this area, this mass of breathing vines, and Dice is going to make an attack against you. So,
Of course.
so it is going to multi-attack you. Does a 10 hit you? Wait, actually,
No.
no, I don't think it will get flanking bonus in this situation. Actually,
I mean, we are practically surrounded. But yeah.
I'm gonna say for the sake of this, I mean, honestly, I can just move it to the side over here. Then it'll get advantage. So, Devil Root 2 comes filling in that space, and so for this one, does a +6 to hit. Does a 21 hit you?
Ouch. Yes.
So from that, you are going to take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as these massive vines streak towards you. And
My word. And a con save, I assume.
yes, make a con save, please.
3.
So what's your Constitution score?
Uh,
The score, not the modifier.
8. Yeah,
Is
8.
it 8? Okay, so this will be 14, 16. So please remember the number 24. Okay.
24.
And also
Okay.
just an additional number 3. So write 24 somewhere and write 3 somewhere. We'll see what happens with that. But nonetheless, you feel this. Something's been left in your body. It doesn't feel super poisonous right now, but it doesn't feel good. That's all that I can say. And it is going to make its secondary strike with its multi-attack with advantage. That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. You take...
Just yet. Hold on. Just wanna check. I already used my shield, I think, right?
Yeah, you use it.
I did.
So that's going to be 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
I am unconscious.
Oh, you have uncanny dodge as a reaction.
Oh shit.
Even with that
Even
uncanny
with
dodge.
uncanny dodge.
Still
Fair enough.
knocks
So
me.
once again, this thing just mangles you, grabs you, and essentially stabs you with this poison that seeps into your body, and you fall unconscious there next to Eli.
Oh god.
Okay. So, that is going to be the Devil Root's turn. Now, Elorian, it is your turn. You barge into this space. Urion turns to the left, burns one of these plants, absolutely murders it. Darakas is ahead, and further into the room, you see just a mass of vines. And just make a quick free action perception check for me.
Let's see, perception. Nat 20.
At 20. Oh, well. Well, that was just this, yeah. You very clearly make out that that Eli and Dice are fighting for their lives, and Dice has just fallen unconscious.
Passed out,
There.
yeah.
Eli, basically, you're sort of like fighting back to back with Dice, keeping the vines off, and you just all of a sudden feel a release.
Because we were back to back.
Yes, and you
Yeah,
feel,
suddenly like I don't feel his back anymore.
exactly, and he falls to the ground. Okay, awesome. Elorian, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Alright, well, since I can only move 15 feet because I have 2 points of exhaustion,
Oh yeah.
I will be moving to right about here. Okay. Then I'm gonna take my bow and arrow, please, and shoot. Which one? Devil Root 2.
What is the ranges on your bow?
Minimum 80, max 320.
Okay, yeah. It is not within range. You can have disadvantage on these attacks. They are 85 feet away from you, unfortunately.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Let's just
Rolling
try.
with disadvantage. Which one are you attacking?
Devil Root 2.
Devil Root number 2. Okay, awesome. Roll to hit, please.
Hmm. Okay, first is a 21. 19.
19 does hit.
Woo! Okay, let's damage. 7.
7 points of damage. Awesome.
I'm gonna shoot him again.
Okay,
The same one.
so that's 7 points of damage to Devil Root number 2.
Oh, 15?
15 is your lowest roll.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
just hits. Barely hits.
Oh, yes.
So you ranged paladin, take
11.
out your bow, you shoot, and just plant matter goes flying, and you immediately cock another arrow and fire it, dealing a
Yes,
considerable amount of damage. Devil Root 2 is looking pretty hurt at the moment.
Beautiful. I can't really. You know what? I'm gonna do. No, wait. Is that a bonus? Yeah, bonus action Sanctuary on Eli.
Okay, awesome.
Please.
Much appreciated, Aloria.
どういたしまして。
We.
Something weird is happening.
Wait.
Something weird is happening.
Wait.
So,
No, I think it's okay.
okay, awesome. So, is that the end of your turn, Alorian?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. At the end of your turn, it is my friend's turn to go. Crawling over to the side, Router 1 is going to take an attack with advantage against you, Eli, as it has flanking bonus.
Just the Sanctuary.
Sanctuary. Wait, hang on. What's the range
Yeah.
of Sanctuary quickly?
Yeah, I just looked at it. I don't think I can do Sanctuary on you, Eli. It's 30 feet.
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
you're
keeping
95
you. That's
feet
no,
away.
I can't.
Okay, so
Oh.
you can.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You can
Well, I heard Aloria like do the spell, and now I think that I'm safe. So I look at like these vines. I'm like, come on, try me.
and all of a sudden,
bitch.
you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. It was a 22 hit as this plant
It
lays into you.
Ow!
With that false sense of security, you take damage. And yeah, please make a. Oh, no, never mind. You don't have to make the con save again because you're already infected. At the end of that thing's turn, it is Router 5's turn. That's Router 5
Heck.
now reveals itself right next to the door and is going to scamper towards you, Alorian.
Oh,
And
of course.
make an attack. Does a
Damn it.
6 hit you?
No, it does not.
You immediately after take 2 arrows out of your quiver, fire them quickly, and out of the corner of your eye, you see this creature lashing towards you. You just pick up your leg and like pin its vines to the ground, and it is unable to make an attack against you.
Yeah, boy.
Okay. The end of that, Orbith, it is your turn.
Alright. So, initially confused as to why his friends were jump scared by a garden, Orbith dismisses this fact because it is still attacking his friends. So, he's going to do the rational thing, or whatever is considered rational for a barbarian, and make an attack against Router 5
So you
with his magnetic
So you walk up there with this, the shards of your magnetic maul form into which side are you using? The hammer side or the sharp side?
Since it's a plant, the sharp edge.
You-
Yes.
The energy gravitates and forms the sharp end of your magnetic maul. Roll to hit.
Alright, I'm going to do a reckless attack, because who doesn't want that juicy nat 20?
Awesome.
24.
24 does hit.
2.
Roll that damage.
That is a total of 16 slashing
16
damage.
slashing damage. How do you want to do this? You absolutely murder that plant walking up as it
Fantastic.
basically Elorian lifts up their leg, stamps the vines to the ground, and you just go essentially, and you just go down on them and chop them into pieces.
Yeah, I just go full shirtless lumberjack on that bitch.
Yeah.
I just like,
Yes, and you completely
cut them in half.
eviscerate this plant.
Yes.
Well done. That is your first attack. What are you doing? You have movement left.
I'm going to use the rest of my movement to go as far as I possibly can.
Okay.
Which I believe I did use 3 blocks already,
Yes.
so I have 20 feet left.
Okay, awesome.
So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Awesome.
And that will conclude my turn.
And after doing that, chopping this plant into pieces, you just look to the other side of the room, see Eli there, but you don't see Dice. You can't see him really, and you just go full on running, and Elorian, Urion, and Darakas, just this thick ass dwarf, comes rocking by to the right of you. That is the end of your turn. Eli, it is your turn.
Okay, thank goodness. So Eli, with both his scimitars in his hands, and by the way, Eli is not looking very good at the moment. He's like looking very banged up,
Oh shit.
and
Okay.
kind of like with sweat and blood dripping from his forehead, out of breath, and ready to fight on. He sees his fallen comrade behind him, and he decides to just grab some piece of cloth that is on his friend,
Okay.
and he's going to and he just whispers, Dice, if you can hear me, clench your butt cheeks, and then he's going to dimension door the fuck away from this hostile barbarian.
Before you do that, just check something on Dimension Door for me. Can you Dimension Door with an unconscious person?
I've read the specifics of Dimension Door, and the term unconscious person has not come up. So, you teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range. You arrive at exactly the spot desired. It can be a place. You can bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry.
Okay.
You can also bring, So it's like
Yes. No.
he's unconscious, so he's an object.
He's considered an object.
Let's objectify him.
Awesome.
And I'm going to dimension door all the way the fuck. I'm just gonna move both of us. So just like, and like in a bluey smoke, we just disappear, and in another bluey smoke, we just reappear.
We spoke, you say.
For reference, Dice did not hear that, and he did not clench his butt cheeks. So
you all just see like a subtle drip of brown liquid coming out of Dice's pants.
oh, lovely.
Or maybe you should make a con save. I don't know. So yeah, I'm just going to mark that last spell slot off for Dimension Door, and as a bonus action, I'm going to kneel down, and I'm going to say a little song of revival to my friend Dice, and cast Healing Word on him.
For some
And
reason,
Dice.
my mouse just went invisible, and I don't know what's going on. But nonetheless, you grab him within this plant mash and instantly teleport out. And as a bonus action, Healing Word.
Dice, you heal for 10 hit points.
10. Thank
Coming
you.
back to the world of the living.
Dice like opens his eyes. He sees Eli's face. Is this heaven? Oh.
Awesome.
Not the first time I've heard that, to be honest.
Oh. No, this is hell.
Okay.
Not the first time I've heard that, to be honest.
Okay. Awesome. Just get something here. Everything's just chaos at the moment. So, after reviving Dice, I'm just going to place you two in these cubes over there. Dice, you awaken, and yes, it's your turn.
Okay. Well,
Uses
gonna
his dagger
stand
to
up and-
teleport back.
mayhaps. He's gonna stand up, dust himself off, and is the drift globe still in the middle of the room?
Yes.
Where would it be right now?
I'd say it's about this area. It's sort of,
Okay.
it was sort of slowly drifting towards you, but it got caught up in the vines, so it's still sort of caught up in the vines at the moment.
I see.
And once again, from the other side of the room, you just see this wreathing mass of vines, and it seems to notice that there is no more prey within its clutches, and they sort of very nightmarishly sort of sprawl around with the light of the drift globe and almost sink into the very thick flora here, becoming very hard to see, essentially.
I have a suggestion. How about we get the fuck out of here? Why are we trying to kill plants? Also, follow-up
Trying to kill
question.
us.
True, but follow-up question. Can't Squid Boy here just talk to the plants? Maybe you can convince them to not kill us.
Not currently, no. Sorry. I'll have
I see.
to prepare that spell. And I'm more used to the dialect of
Say,
mushrooms than
we
actual
just turn
plants.
them into a salad. What do you think?
I mean, we can just leave as well.
It was one
Silly
big
to
fucking
fight
salad.
plants. I'm tired. I need to sleep. Come on, it's fucking plants.
Yeah, plants that just almost kill Dice, that moves around, and for some reason are alive. So,
Okay.
what's your plan, Elorian? Are we just gonna walk out of here and they're gonna be like, oh, okay, we'll continue this on another turn then? No, they're gonna follow us and they're gonna eat us in our sleep.
I mean, to be honest, plants aren't really known for chasing people. Maybe we could just run away.
Plants
do you
are
see
also not
anything-
really known for killing people, but they just almost did. So,
Okay.
I mean, there are a
Okay,
lot
but
of
do you
poisonous
see anything
plants.
valuable in this room? I don't. So personally, I don't give a
You
shit.
can make a perception
I want
check.
to go.
So,
Yes,
as you
of
say
course.
that, the plants aren't going to chase you, you do hear rustling beneath the massive leaves, the fauna, as those plants sort of like duck down and hide within this thick brush. They are slowly but surely making their way towards you.
Yeah, by the way, Alorian saw nothing. He got on that one.
And you're, no, it's a
He's
dark, it's a
inside.
dark room. But,
I rolled a 22 for perception.
but I would
Oh,
say Dice and Eli, and now you, Darakas, you did notice on the other side of this room there is a very large locked door. And there is something written. Do you speak Celestial, Darakas?
I studied
no.
it. I studied it. Alorian did.
But you got a
Well,
nat 1.
I'm a go.
the-
Perception, yeah.
yeah, Darakas,
Mm.
do you speak Celestial?
Nope.
Something is written in Celestial, sort of on the arch of this door. It is a like classic, not a square door. It's like one of those massive like stone slab gate type of things, and it sort of arches when it gets to the top, and then on this arch, beautifully written in Celestial, and the Celestial language. It's interesting. What it looks like is basically looks like constellations of stars that are connected with lines, but something is written in Celestial there. Eli, you can...
Eli actually has something to say,
Yes.
just real quick. In response to Elorian wanting to, saying that there's nothing of value here, Eli is just going to mention, look, I've never seen them like this before, as in alive and homicidal, but I have seen these plants before, and it has something to do with my family. They've been growing these things as food forever. So, whatever this room was or is, it has something to do with the Rottenells. So I think it is a quite important room to be in. What else does Eli see?
Eli, when you were over there, I would say, make a perception check for me. This is sort of a back in time perception check, because you were fighting creatures, and do you have dark vision?
I do have
Yeah,
dark
okay,
vision,
so
and I
normal
threw a
perception.
19.
19. On that archway, you don't speak Celestial, but you do recognize this as sort of the family, not family motto, the family, what's the word for it? It's basically the
Crest.
yeah, the crest, the family crest, or the
Signature
the
quote.
it's not a signature, it's more like a
No, signature quote.
yeah,
something.
not a quote or yeah, let's just say it's the
Get what you mean. We get
yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
We get
so
what you mean, yeah.
basically
I don't really, but okay.
basically it's said was the Rottenell family crest above the door, and then on the archway written it said so Celestial is Latin, so it said Serenitas per what? How do I say this? It's Serenitas per auctoritate, which means
So and I recognize that.
yes, it means serendipity through authority, and that is your family slogan essentially. It's the code, your family code that you live by.
Okay. Okay, so I recognize that. Well, so I didn't really mention that to you guys now, but I think
Yeah.
my whole plant story is enough
Yeah.
for you guys to realize that we have to be
But
here.
yeah, nonetheless, it is
And get
intense
through this
combat.
summer.
These creatures are moving about. Dice, it's still your turn. What are you doing?
Well, since I probably can't see any of the creatures because it's dark, I'm just going to ready an action.
Okay. What action are you readying?
Actually, no, I'm going to ready the dodge action.
The dodge action. Okay, so you can you can just take the dodge action as your action, and then they'll have disadvantage against all attacks made in the next turn. So, the end of your turn, Dice. It is my friend's turn. So, and by the way, you can, if you'd like, make perception checks to see if you can see these plants. But yeah, for now, they sort of slink back into the foliage.
Actually, can I use my free action to try and dislodge the drift globe? See if I can just get it to move around.
You can make an intelligence check for me, since that is sort of your technically your spellcasting modifier. You don't cast spells, but just make an intelligence check for me. We'll call it DC 50.
Got 11, so no.
Nah, unfortunately, you are unable to how do you call it? You're unable to pull the drift globe towards you. Unfortunately, you sort of motion for it, and it is just stuck within the vines at the moment. It might have to be cut up, but nonetheless, it is my friend's turn, and Route 3 disappears. And you just hear scurrying to the right of you guys. That's all that you hear as this plant moves around, and all of a sudden slinking into the thick foliage, Devil Root 1, and once again you hear moving.
Ian, what is my danger sense telling me at the moment?
It tells you that there is a big mass of plants very close to you and Darakas and Urion to the left of you, and to the right it is detecting a subtle presence of ill intent.
To the left, you mean like where Dice and Eli are situated?
Basically.
Wonderful.
So, at the end of that thing's turn, these things once again dip, essentially. And Orbith, you feel that massive plant mass to the left. There is extra things going on there. There's a lot of danger to the left of you, essentially.
Orbith kind of just stares in that direction, but to the rest of the party it's just like darkness, but Orbith is like kind of readied,
Yes.
and his muscles look tense.
Okay, so you stand there, coasting out the situation as all of these plant things essentially disappear into the foliage. Orbith, you feel that spidey sense, that tingling. But at the end of that thing's turn, Mulligan, it is your turn. You're still on the outside of the broom. Your friends burst in. You watch Eli and Dice warp to the left of you. Dice is put on his feet with a healing word again, and you all are in tense combat at the moment. What are you doing?
Okay. I just quickly want to know if I just ignore my wisdom check, does that just automatically drop the avatar state?
You have to make
so if I just want to get,
no, you have to make it.
So
you can drop it. It's a free action to drop your avatar of Algos state, but you have to make the wisdom save if you want to keep it up.
So free action, so I can just drop it if I want to,
Yes,
and
yes.
I still have my okay.
Yes.
I'm first gonna move in.
Okay.
I have 25 movement at this moment.
Okay. But you have exhaustion points, right?
Yeah, but I have base movement
Yeah.
of 25. 50.
Yeah, in your avatar of Algos state. So you walk in there with the chains whirling around you, coming out of you because you stole this power from Algos. It's not him controlling you in this moment, and your massive claws of golden flame are rearing for battle, essentially.
Okay. And then I want to know, can I still see those 3 plants at the top?
Yes, you do. They sort of slink into the darkness at the beginning of their turns, but at the moment, you see a massive plants to the left, and then those 2 other smaller masses sort of writhing around.
Okay, so I'm gonna use the free action to drop the state, and I'm gonna fireball.
Okay. So you drop your avatar of Algos state. The chains suck back into you, but you use that residual energy to form this bead of energy and just chuck a fireball that sort of very softly whistles through the air, and you all watch on the other side this ball of illumination blow forth as you cast fireball. So it's a dex save.
Dex 18, yeah.
So dex, how much?
18.
18. Oh, yeah.
1-8.
Awesome. Okay, so number 1 fails miserably and number 6 fails miserably. It seems the devil roots, the larger ones, for some unexplained reason, it's a plant after all, so it doesn't make sense, but it is immune to fire damage. So it just, your fire explodes there, and roll damage quickly.
43.
Yeah,
Yes, as always.
that'll do it. So, Devil Root 1... no, sorry. Devil Root 2 takes no damage because it is immune to fire damage. You see your golden blue flames licking around it, and it is just continuing to move in your direction. But yeah, you all see this fireball, and you see, can now clearly see those creatures on that side. Rooter 1 is absolutely murdered because you're essentially dealing, 90 damage to them by doing this. And Rooter number 6 had 45 health, so it is just instantly murdered. Well done.
Yeah, kind of hoped it would have hit the Devil Root. I'm gonna use the talisman.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna cast Eldritch Blast on the Devil Root.
Okay. So, roll to hit. You invoke your talisman to do that quickened spell ability. Roll to hit.
20 for the first one.
20 does hit.
And 26.
26, both of them hit.
10 damage for the first one.
Get 10 damage.
And another 10 damage.
So 20,
So 20 in total.
damage in total. This Devil Root is looking messed up at the moment you go. It's already been cut and lacerated by Eli and Dice, but you fired 2 more Eldritch Blasts, and one of its sort of thick vines just absolutely breaks and falls to the floor with this brackish crimson liquid oozing out of it, essentially. That is your action, bonus action, and movement.
Using the stone to free up one action, that takes a to free up a slot, that takes action, right?
You're
Okay. Got the note.
the Rod of Pact Keeper.
Yeah. Okay, then yeah, that's it for now. Then.
Okay, awesome. At the end of your turn, Hooligan Darakas, this is your turn. You just watch this inferno explode, incinerating 2 of these plants, but the other Devil Root 2 is unscathed by that, but then all of a sudden, 2 blasts of Eldritch fiery power just sever one of its larger vines, and it is looking very hurt.
As the light of Fireball lights up the room, and I look towards Orbith and I see him just intently staring to the left, I'm gonna ask him, "What are you staring at, Orbith? What's wrong?"
Plants! Lots of them! Over there!
And you
Okay.
see he gestures to, hang on. You see he gestures to this general area. There's something over here.
Okay. I am then going to... Hopefully this works. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see, I guess. I'm going to use my Mind Blast.
Okay.
My Jimmy Neutron Mind Blast.
Awesome. So that is a 15-foot cone, or what is it?
30-foot cone.
Okay. Hello.
I think it's
So
like...
that's 5, 10, 15, 20. No, that's 15, and then 30 foot will be like.
I think it's like something like this. I'm not sure.
I'd say that's. So
Yes.
yeah, let me just quickly check on something.
So I'm gonna do that. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm just gonna see if it'll rustle them enough to maybe reveal them.
Yeah, they must make what's it? Intelligence saving throws.
Let me actually see. No, I think... Yes. Intelligence saving throw.
So we'll have Devil Root 1 make an intelligence saving throw. So yeah, this is revealed to you, and this is revealed to you. So the Devil Root, for some reason, succeeds the saving throw. It doesn't... Wait, hang on. It does +1 intelligence, so it has a 20. And then Rooter 2 just miserably fails that saving throw with its... It rolled an 8 with a -2. So, yeah, roll your damage. Rooter 4 takes full damage, and the Devil Root takes half damage.
Alright, so it's 11 psychic damage, and the one that failed is also stunned
Okay.
until the end of its next turn.
I just want to check if it's possibly immune to stun. Nope. This Devil Root is stunned. Let's put a blue marker around it. So, and yeah, Devil Root 1, how much was it? It was 11 damage, halved to 5 for Devil Root 1.
Yeah.
Awesome. You release that Mind Blast, revealing these things. The plants almost screech as you do this. They're sort of like, how am I going to do this? They're like, "Ah!" as they sort of lift up out of the foliage, and almost some reason you found like a semblance of intelligence within this plant as this Mind Blast goes and racks their minds, I guess. That is your action.
Yes, I'm just gonna say like, got you, when I revealed them, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to move my spiritual weapon over here.
20 feet, and
I'm going to attack
awesome.
Devil Root 1.
Roll to hit.
So that is gonna be... Where is spiritual weapon? That is a 29 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it.
So 10 force damage on numero uno.
Okay. Awesome. You
And then I am also gonna just back up a bit.
Okay.
Just so that I'm not
yes.
the first one to get punted.
Awesome. So that was how much force damage again? 10.
10. Yes.
10 force damage as this visage of Daskalos, your deity, wielding a long sword, slashes, and you cut a few of the smaller vines off of this creature, and it is also bleeding now. But Devil Root 1 is looking kind of unfazed at the moment. It is still going strong. These things are dead. Is that the end of your turn?
Thus is the end of my turn.
Urion, it is your turn.
Urion will see the giant plant in front of him, but which his friend literally didn't take any fire damage and be very afraid.
Okay.
So I will be summoning a celestial.
Awesome.
at the 5th level, and I will be choosing the Defender class.
Okay, I'll use this one for your Celestial, and we'll just make it all the colors of fire. You can place it wherever you'd like within the range of its casting.
I just want to check what the range is. Oh well, 90 feet. Okay, I'm just gonna throw it directly next to Devil.
You
one.
Place it there, and this visage of a phoenix forms, but this one sort of has a more humanoid look to it, and it is sort of wearing this this almost Japanese style samurai helmet thing, because that's sort of the visage of Kabakaran as well, and it has this plume of phoenix feathers on its head, and this mane of phoenix feathers that almost creates a cape for it that sort of drifts into fire, and it has a shield and a sword with it. As this incorporeal fiery spirit is summoned, awesome. It goes off after you in initiative.
It can attack.
Yeah. It goes after you in initiative.
Okay, just a question. How does multi-attack work?
You can make an amount of attacks equal to, I think, the spell's level divided by 2 or something.
By 2, okay.
So you can make 2 attacks with it.
Then I will just also use Quicken Spell.
Okay.
And just shoot a Firebolt at Rottenell.
Okay, Quicken Spell, Firebolt, roll to hit.
That's the wrong one, ignore that. 12.
It does have advantage
21.
because it's stunned.
21 to hit, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. That definitely hits.
Well, and there's 19 damage because I accidentally rolled the damage first.
Awesome. So that's Devil Root number 4. Yeah, even with its vulnerability, yeah, you murdered it completely. It had 17 health left. You just whacked it for like over 30 damage with its vulnerability, and it is murdered. And yeah, technically you had advantage because it's stunned, but I don't think it matters.
Doesn't matter.
Nonetheless, you summon this celestial spirit, and then with some of that residual energy, you fling a quick firebolt through. It's sort of the cinematic shot where it goes through all of the vines and just burns up the smaller rooter at the back.
Okay, cool. And then
at the end of your turn, your celestial spirit will go. So, does it deal bludgeoning damage? What type of damage?
That's a good question because it doesn't particularly.
I think it deals radiant damage.
It's radiant damage.
Okay, so roll to hit for your spirit.
What is the roll to hit dice?
It's the same as Firebolt, so you can use Firebolt, I believe.
Okay, cool. Does a 13 hit?
13 unfortunately does not hit.
Okay,
as your
and
Phoenix Spirit goes, its sword almost ignites with this divine flame, and you just swings miss as the Devil Root sort of reels back.
Okay. But it can make 2 attacks, but my second one is 12, so...
Yeah, both of them just... As the plant is much more aware now after getting that mind blast, essentially, it is heightened and it sort of flinches back, and you completely miss, unfortunately.
Cool. And then I get a crap ton of temp hit points for this.
Oh yeah,
because
with your Staff of Primordial Sentinel, you gain a shield whenever you cast a spell, which is equal to the spell's level times 2 plus 1d4, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, awesome. So at the end of your turn, it is Devil Root 2's turn. Now let's see if it gets its fiendish pollen back. It does not get its fiendish pollen back. So this Devil Root is just sort of gonna move with his vines through these 2 celestial, or these spirits that have been summoned by both Darakas and Urion. And Orbith, you all watch this mass of vines reel towards you, and Urion is going to make an attack against you. Does 11 hit you?
Nope.
And Orbith is also going to make an attack against you. It's sort of just this whirling mass of vines that is just attempting to sit on you, essentially, and it just goes mad, slashing everywhere. So Orbith, tell me Does a 7 hit you?
I am also going to use my reaction to make a counter-attack against said plant.
So, missing with that 7, you sort of dodge to the side and just come down on it with the sharp part of your hammer. Roll to hit.
Does the counterattack also have advantage because of flank?
You can't get flanking bonus from celestial creatures, and if Orbith would be having flanking with the
I see.
spiritual weapon, and it doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
Okay.
Fine. I'm going to reckless attack anyway for a 14. So what I'm going to do
hang
is...
on, Orbith. You reckless attack your last turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, this thing has advantage on you then. But no, it doesn't matter. Carry on.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, since it's only 14, I'm going to use one of my superiority die to make a precision attack and add a 1d8 to the attack roll.
Awesome. Go for it. Using those 2 superiority die.
Is an additional 4, so it is a total of 18
that
to hit.
Does hit the devil root.
Nope. Okay. It's 19 slashing damage.
Awesome. The devil root is beginning to show some wear and tear as you lay into it once again with the sharp part of your hammer axe situation that you have of the magnetic maul. But that's the end of your reaction. The devil root is just gonna sort of chill there for now. That's the end of its turn. Alorian, it is your turn. This massive wreathing pile of vines is in front of you. Urine and Orbith are sort of dodging backwards to avoid it, and behind it you see a flaming humanoid phoenix with a feather cape and a sword and a shield, and a cloaked figure of darkness wielding a very long blade, as these 2 spirits of Daskalos and Kabakaran that were summoned by Urian and Darakas are also in the fray. What are you doing?
Cool. Well, Alorian sees that Urian and Orbith have it handled. He is going to move 2 blocks to here, and then he's going to take his arrow and shoot Devil Root number 2.
Awesome.
He is 75 feet away, so can shoot normally.
Let's just check that quickly. Yes, you can shoot normally. So go
Perfect.
for it. Make an attack roll.
Going for it. Oh, just missed a nat. 26.
That does hit.
Perfect.
You dodge to
8
the side.
for the first one.
This thing is on death's door. You sort of
Perfect.
run out to the side, looking past this chaos that's happening, and Orbith is just screaming there. Euron is shooting fire, and it's just everyone is surrounding this devil root. You run to the side, hitch an arrow, and fire at the devil root too. These devil roots have like a mushy core to them, it seems, with all the vines coming out of it. You aim for that core and you just stick it to it, and it is very hurt at the moment.
Okay, I'm gonna do another shot to it.
Roll to hit.
To end its misery. 28.
That does hit.
With a 10.
It had 1 HP left. Lauren,
Jeez.
how do you kill Devil Root number 2? Give me some spice.
Well, since he's... Okay, so Lorian really isn't in the mood for this. He's really tired. So what he did was just went up to his place, took out his bow and arrow, aimed it just with nothing. He almost closed his eyes and just shot 2 arrows with each other, just
Awesome. So
going straight through
you
the
sort of
plant.
walk up to the side, shoot that
Shredding
first
it.
arrow.
Initially.
It impales the mushy core of this thing, and that almost paralyzes the creature, and all of the vines start moving slowly as it's trying to essentially keep itself together. But then with the next shot, it just completely goes through that core, just with no...
Like a Robin Hood
basically,
almost.
yeah. It goes through the arrow, and that pushes both of the arrows through the core, and it goes out to the other side. And for a moment, the plant staggers, still paralyzed, but then just falls to the ground, completely dead. Well done.
Perfect.
That was your action.
Yes. I'm going to keep my bonus action. Not doing one.
Okay. Not doing a bonus action, these things going. Orbith, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm just going to make a good old strikeroo against Devil Root numero 1.
Awesome. Go for it.
I'm going to reckless attack.
Just have to specify that before the roll.
Sorry,
But yeah,
yes.
just for the future.
That's 15 for the first one.
15 just hits.
Cool. That is 16 slashing damage.
Awesome. 16 slashing damage to Devil Root number 1. You just lay into it, cutting off vines after vines as you just barbarian rage yourself through that, swinging your axe. Second attack? I'm assuming.
I'm also going to reckless attack
Yeah.
for this one.
If you say reckless attack before the time, I'm assuming it goes for the whole turn. Because even if you reckless attack just once, all of the enemies still have advantage against you.
Facts. Well, that was a 26.
Yep, that does it.
Alright. Orbith lifts his hammer again and he just says, "Time for some gardening!" And he just lays it down.
Using
on the
it
stupid
essentially
gun.
like a farming instrument. You're not slashing like this. You're like using it as a hoe essentially, and you just scrape across the floor, just cutting it from the top. Roll damage.
10 slashing damage.
10 points of slashing damage. This thing is starting to look hurt, guys. Many of its vines are now sort of lying on the floor, writhing with the little bits of life still pulsing through them. It's kind of gross, by the way. But yeah, nonetheless, Orbith, well done. That is your action. Anything else?
I think I'm just going to use my movement to just give Yurian a flank.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stand over here.
So you run around this creature. After cutting off its vines, you see an opening and you rush around. Awesome. Is that the end of your turn?
That is correct.
Okay, so it is now Eli. It is your turn.
Eli. Sorry. Eli will do something that might turn out not so good. Okay, so first of all, Keegan,
Hello.
Eli has dark vision,
Yes.
right? Can I see anything within 60 feet in front of me?
You can make
Any more of these plants?
a perception check. They are hiding.
No, that's going to be my action. That's
Yes,
going to be
you
my
have to
action,
perceive
so I'm
as an
not going to waste
action,
my time. Ay, vey. You're all. I want to do. I want to. I'm going to hurt people if I. Okay.
This is an intense situation, Eli. What are you doing?
Alright, well, I hope you guys have high intelligence. So Eli is going to see that this devil root.
Okay.
You know what? No, that's gonna be stupid. Eli's just gonna try and perceive. Because
Okay, make a
yeah,
perception
let me
check
just
for me,
waste
please.
my turn. Perception check. That's a 6.
You had to beat a 9. Unfortunately, you do not.
Fuck
you
sakes.
sort of fear your eyes, but with all the lashing of the vines, you're unable to perceive any of these other plants. That is your action. You're sort of.
Alright, bonus action, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on
You're
myself.
sort of there at the top. Don't worry, I'll keep a lookout, and you see nothing. It's clear. It's safe.
Wonderful. Okay, that's my turn.
Cool. Dice, it is your turn.
Okay, seeing as I readied an action and nothing happened,
You
Dice
stand
is going
there
to lose a bit of patience.
waiting for the vines to come, and you're like, shit, and you proceed. What are you doing?
Only one thing to do, I guess. I'm going to throw a dagger. I'm going to throw my flame flash dirk at... Can I see my drift globe? Still just in the vines.
I would say yes. Let me just put a thing on here so that we can just know where the drift globe is. I'd say
it's
over here.
Okay. And I can see the vines and such grasping around it. Okay. I'm going to throw my flame flash dirk at those vines.
Okay.
Let me just check the range on that. It's 55 feet. That is in range.
Okay.
Okay.
So you whip out your flame flash dirk and you're throwing it to the vines. Just make an attack roll for me. Are you attempting to cut the vines off, or what do you do?
Yes,
okay.
and also just getting the dagger close by. I rolled in that one though. So
do it for the vine.
You throw your flame flash dirk, and mid-air, it's sort of bobbing and weaving through the vines, but mid-air a vine just sort of whacks the flame flash dirk and it falls to the side. With a nat 1, I'd say your flame flash dirk is sort of chilling over here at the moment. So yeah, if you'd like to use its teleport ability, that's very good.
Yeah, I'm gonna free action TP to it.
Okay.
And then just check the range. Going to use my movement to run up till here.
Okay.
And I will attempt to cut the vines holding the drift globe.
Okay, so
with my bonus action.
So you were wielding 2 daggers, bonus action, you're making that second attack. Yeah, just roll to hit for me. It won't be that hard.
21?
Yeah, that does it. So you just go freaking, as Orbith said, gardening, and you go to town with these plants, and the vines sort of just they get cut, and that same liquid spores from them, and they fall writhing to the floor. You got your drift globe back. And yeah, it's bright light around you now, so you can see.
I'm just gonna will it to float a bit higher, so hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Okay, fair enough. The drift globe goes flying up, illuminating the area. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes. What do I see around me? Are there any things around me?
The moment it's just this thick foliage and a few straggling, writhing vines. You see, let me just do this. You see over over here a few masses of dead vines and plants. Yeah, just dead vines and plants, and it seems you don't see much more than that. You're just standing in basically waist-high plants and foliage, and then to this side you can see the that door with some sort of celestial written on top of it, and the rest is just a greenhouse, essentially. This underground stone wall greenhouse that has been essentially overgrown for many years.
Okay. In that case, I will simply just look around, see that I'm decently safe, and my turn.
Awesome. At the end of your turn, standing assured there. It's going to be this thing's turn. Scurrying through the foliage, Elorian, you hear something, and Orbith, you also detect it coming, but you're also busy at the moment, and you can't warn Elorian, but this rooter comes out of hiding and is going to lash towards you. Elorian. Does a 9 hit you?
No.
And once again, this creature comes lashing out, and you just slash it away and block it with a quick draw of your short sword. That is going to be that thing's turn. It is now Devilroot 1's turn. I'm gonna roll to see if it gets its pollen breath back. It does. So, you watch. Actually, this creature scurries to the side over here. Urine, you can get an attack of opportunity if you like. But it's
yes, I was swing at it with my staff
of the primordial sentinel. Of course, go for it.
Wait, should I still roll to it?
Yes, roll to it.
I presume. 9.
No, that doesn't hit. You go flinging and you hit one of the vines, but it just doesn't care. It's just like, eek. No, it does nothing. So it is going to release a toxic cloud of gas. Right over there. So you watch this creature scurry away, and it sort of opens up that central squishy part, and with that, it exhales this poisonous gas cloud of spores and plant matter. Everyone, please make a Constitution saving throw for me as this gas fills your lungs.
Oh god, not again!
No, it was on 70. No.
Urian, Alorian, Mulligan, and Darakas. You must make Constitution saving throws, please. Only you. Sorry. So, Urian, what's your con save?
5.
I'm deceased.
5. Okay, Alorian, what's your con save?
6.
6. Mulligan?
21.
31. You succeed. The rest of you fail, by the way. Darakas? 10.
Thought so.
You 3 fail, and you're going to take a lot of damage.
And you fail.
Oh, did I fail too?
No.
Oh, was thought.
That's rough.
Good to hear.
You eat... Okay, so
It's too late.
Urion, Alorian, and Darakas, you each take 28 points of poison damage. As this thick gas that you almost can't see through is exhaled from its mouth, and you all just breathe and you cough, and something is inside of you that shouldn't be there. And please remember, Urion, this number that I'm gonna roll now. 1, okay, for you, Urion.
Yeah.
Alorian, 6, and Darakas, 1. And Mulligan, you take, what was it, 16? 14. Mulligan, you take 14 points of poison damage, and you do not get a number. Okay, cool. With that massive cloud of gas going through, all of you coughing for dear life, Mulligan, it is your turn. You're sort of finding it hard to see, and you sort of do this with your hand to blow away that thick gas. It is your turn. What are you doing?
Well, I guess I don't want... This gas is gonna do more damage if I stay in it, so I'm gonna move out.
Oh, yeah, by the way, the gas cloud fades afterwards. It's not like you're actively in the gas.
Oh, so
yeah, that was more for flavor. So this gas
No,
sort
okay, I
of
thought-
subsides
should do.
now,
Okay.
and yeah.
Okay, if that's in the case, then I'll just cast Eldritch Blast on Devil Root 1.
Okay, awesome. Roll to hit.
20 and 24.
Both of them hit.
And again. And 18.
Awesome.
Still alive?
So 8 and 18, you said.
No, 18 in total.
18 in total.
18 in total.
It is looking very hurt. Yeah, you just bring it closer to that. It is not on death's door per se, but it's very hurt at the moment. Is at the end of your turn? That was your action. You have movement and a bonus action.
I'm kinda happy where I'm at. I'll just move a bit. And then I'll be entering Algor State
Right.
once
Bonus
again.
action, mark off at seize controls stack or charge.
Yeah.
What did you roll?
But that's it. 17.
17. So you enter the Algor state. Change sprout from you, and you ignite in golden blue flames as you enter the Alcor state. At the end of that, Darakos, it is your turn.
I'll first just look at Mulligan and just be like, don't go crazy on us again. And then... Firstly, I'm gonna look at everyone around me that is hurt. That just got hurt from this attack. And I am going to cast Mass Healing Word at 5th level.
Oh shit.
To heal everyone.
Can you get everybody? How many people
around us? Up to 6 people. So just like everyone around here.
Okay.
Like the 6 of us that is grouped here.
Roll that healing. I think do 1 roll and then everyone heals for that, I believe.
Yeah, everyone heals for 12 hit points. It's not much, but it's something.
That's beautiful, thank you.
Wait,
I don't happen to gain an additional 12 hit points by any chance, right? No? Okay.
Can I give Dakaris can I give Squidward empowered healing?
You cannot do that, unfortunately. That has to be your own Divine Soul spells that you're doing.
Whenever you or an ally within 5 feet. Wait, is he? Nah. Okay. It's not within 5 feet.
I'll move here and then do it.
Unfortunately, I would say that's a bit of metagaming there. But,
that's fine.
You could, out of combat, speak about that potentially. But
that's fine. It's too late.
Yeah, you will remember that for next time.
Okay.
I did not know that empowered healing works like that. That's pretty cool.
And then afterwards, I'm gonna turn my attention towards Devil Root.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna reach out both my hands, and my eyes are gonna start glowing a dark purple. And in deep speech, I'm gonna say, "Your path to the grave is laid bare." And I'm gonna use Channel Divinity to path to the grave him. So he is vulnerable to the next attack that hits, and I'm gonna tell Urian to hit him with everything he's got.
So, with that
You're
magic
just gonna look
seeping
around
into
and be
it,
like,
the shadows,
my fire doesn't help.
The shadows almost reach for this devil root and pull it to the ground, and the sort of the contrast around this creature goes up, and this purple wisps of energy is drawing it towards the grave, as you channel divinity. And Urian, that is your turn.
Urian is just going to look at, just look around, look like, well, it's resistant to fire damage.
Well, it's weak to it now. Just, I think. I don't know if it cancels that out, but it's vulnerable to all the attack damage, and that's what Path to the Grave says. So,
what vulnerability means is it only takes double damage. So,
yes.
You would know this, but if something is immune to fire damage, and you deal fire damage to it with the Path to the Grave, probably not the best idea.
Yeah, then I would have just said in general to everyone around me, hit it with everything you've got.
I will hear telepathically, hit it with everything you've got, and these shadows start forming around the devil root. Urian.
Okay, Urian, yes, I will just be walking here close to Alorian and just look at router number 3 and be like, fine, and just execute it with a 2nd level Azagor Scorcher.
So you fine, and you just sort of tap your foot on the ground and lava starts erupting in a line. And it's the devil root. It makes a dex saving throw?
Yes.
It got a 9. So
yeah.
So roll that full damage. Why is my...
You know what? I'm just gonna be extra and just invoke my staff and reroll this dice.
Okay, invoking your staff. You can reroll those dice.
En het gebat kom ertoe.
And sorry about that. I'm just streaming the music again because it stops for some reason.
Hold on, my D&D Beyond just crashed on me.
Oh, no.
I'm loading back in. Did I roll? Yes, okay, so it did roll. So I do 14 damage to the
14
thing.
damage. With that vulnerability, you just see where that cracks of lava comes as it explodes forward. The plant sort of falls into it and gets caught in this fire, taking a total of 28 points of fire damage, as it is vulnerable to fire damage. Essentially.
Okay,
So that's...
and then I will just use the rest of my movement
It is looking very hurt, by the way.
all the way here because I just want to get away from Devil Root 1.
Awesome. And you stride towards Dice.
Yes.
Towards Dice, who is chilling over there. Awesome.
And then
End of your turn?
yes, and then it's my Celestial's turn, and it has 90 feet of movement. Very nice. Wait, this thing can fly? Yes, it can. It's just gonna hop over Orbith and land here next to him again.
With a sort of samurai mask wearing phoenix half humanoid thing T-poses and floats over your head. And then
Yeah, and then he will attack twice again.
okay, awesome. Roll to it.
For Spice,
18
Orbith is kind of
and-
like holding one of the tentacles so that the Guardian can
Nat
get
20.
like a clear shot at the creature.
And with that Orbith, you sort of, I imagine you sort of grab it with both of your hands and like yank it towards you. And with that Nat 20, you just how much damage does that deal? Urion?
Let me quickly roll this. It's a D10.
So that will be 2d10 because it crits.
Yes.
And then we double it.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so I rolled for the 18 to it, the first one,
Okay.
because it's
Just roll
chaos.
damage
So
for this because it is vulnerable to the next attack. Do the damage
Okay.
for the first attack first.
okay, the first attack does
Remember, the first attack.
1. Yeah.
The second attack.
I
crit,
was
on the first one crit.
the first one.
Yeah.
The second one crit. The first one didn't.
Oh, okay.
So the first one is 1, 3. It's 9 points of damage.
Doubled to 18.
So double to 18.
So,
Okay.
as Orbith, you yank on the vine, and this phoenix humanoid spirit of Urion slashes into that root, and where that slashes, all of those shadows, Darikas, that you created, pour into the wound and just like almost echo the damage again through the plant, and it is looking fucked up right now.
And then it's the nat 20 time.
Yes, go for it. 2d10 plus.
So okay, the first one is 10, so that's max, and the second one is 10
So
as well, so
20
that's
damage
20,
plus-
but that's plus 3 plus 5 for the spell level, so that's 28.
That's nice. How do you want to murder my devil root, please? You have 9 health left. Shame.
He's not gonna murder him, he's gonna deforest that bitch, bro.
Yes. I imagine because you said like it has a samurai sword, so it just goes, it like does the initial cut, and it just opens the core, and like the Celestial just sees it, and it immediately yeets for it and tries to, and then slices that thing in half, baby.
So, in a flurry of blows, Orbith, you are holding onto this massive like vine. You're like, there, cut it! And this thing just goes whoosh, in a flash. There is just pieces of vines floating everywhere, and Orbith, you're just like holding a severed vine at the moment. And you're like kind of confused on what happened just now. And with that, the Celestial sees that line towards the core, and it just plunges it in, the samurai sword in, with divine light, and everything becomes silent for a moment, and then this light emanates from the creature and just explodes into plant guts and shit everywhere. And Orbith and Eli, you're covered in this orange reddish liquid as this devil root is completely destroyed.
Orbith just keeps hitting the husk with its own tentacle like a pool noodle. Essentially, it's like
Awesome.
Kinky.
No.
Oh no. Oh no.
it wasn't very Bible of you, bro.
But nonetheless,
Stairs has to leave.
Urion, your celestial spirit doing its work, murdering that devil root, and you all sort of turn around, everyone in the room, and look at the single devil root that's still alive. Sort of, it's sort of violently slashing to Alorian, but once this larger devil root is exploded with divine light, it sort of like slows down and almost retracts in a way. Alorian, it is your turn.
Well, Lorna is most keeping him with his foot on the vine. So he's gonna take out his sword this time.
Okay.
Just put his bow back on his back. And he's going to slash at the plant in front of him.
Go for it.
15?
15 does hit.
Beautiful. 9.
That is exactly how much health it has left. Alorian, throw some
Beautiful.
spice. How do you murder this thing?
Oh no. Okay, well, since he's stepping on it, he just looks down at it. And these are the words he says. Fucking plants. And then he just slashes it through the middle, taking his foot off.
And for the moment, the plant sort of reels a bit and then goes lax. And yeah, we're out of combat, ladies and gentlemen. We get out of combat ambient music for us real quick.
Oh,
Alright, who's looking hurt? Who do I need to heal?
I'm not hurt, but I need a shower right now.
You always need a shower.
I just want to sleep, honestly. I'm too tired for this.
Let's do this one.
Yeah.
Lord also just, like, flicks his sword and the guts splatter.
And you
For
all
flavor.
still hear like very soft breathing of the like, basically like, you know when you like, was it when you kill like a frog or something? It still like twitches afterwards, and you just like hear that, and you see some of the plant vines are still twitching in that space.
Egan, can I walk over to Dice?
Of course.
It,
You don't have to move yourselves on the board anymore. We are now out of combat. You can do whatever you like.
Orbith, I throw a rope to you as you walk to Dice.
Sure. Do I need to make a check?
No, it's you can catch a rope.
What you doing with that rope there, bud?
I make an intimidation check on Dice, since I'm covered in plant goop.
Of course, make an intimidation check. I'll say do it with advantage because Dice sort of fucked up. He was the one that got caught in this whole situation. Go for it.
Okay, that is a 17 intimidation.
Dice, Orbith is pretty scary.
This one just calm down for a second, okay? I need to be rash.
Let me catch you snooping around again. And I just throw the rope over him and make it like super tight. to a point where his like face is kind of red because the blood pressure is kind of halted.
So is Dice now like tied up?
I'd
Yes.
say,
Wonderful.
Orbith,
Alright, so
Dice, do you just let this happen?
Oh, I'm scared a little
Yeah,
bit.
fair enough. Okay, so you just throw that.
If anything, I'm the victim here. You can at least loosen these a bit.
Shut your pile, and I just pick him up.
Okay. I'll be quiet.
Are we all walking like back into? Alright, Eli's just gonna ask. Okay, maybe we just camp out there in the room back there and just rest up, and then in the morning we can try and see what is behind that door, or I'll start there if there is a door.
What happened to your enthusiasm of
Be a good idea.
killing the plants to go see what it is now?
The plants are killed. Now we can sleep, and then tomorrow we go see what it is.
I'm
Lauren
curious
just
as
walks
well.
off, goes lay on a patch where there were man-eating plants, and just collapses on.
Oh yeah, you've got 3 points of exhaustion. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Looks like a bed
Yeah,
out of
he's
the
just laying
leaves.
down. He can't anymore.
Fair enough.
Orbit, can
Follow
you please
Orbit
just
to the door.
bring Dice out here so
Yep,
we can
he
just.
throws Dice towards you.
Oh, God. Please.
Eli looked at the the money bags in the middle of the room.
Hey, whoa. I found those fair and square. They belong to me.
At least he got something out of this. So everybody, just come take some for yourselves.
No.
And then when we're
pick up
done here,
the
it'll be...
Yurian just says, this is our money now.
I'll pick up a bag.
So
Keegan, how much do we grab? Let's
Yeah.
divide it
yeah,
equally.
Yes, please.
the total amount of gold that was within this room, let me just check quickly, is
Wasn't it 3?
it was
Okay.
3,100 gold pieces that you got
my
in the
God.
previous room. That was, it seemed that's where the brass dragon that you guys defeated, that seemed to be its lair, and it couldn't get further into like this sort of greenhouse or to the other sides. It just sort of made its nest in the main hall, the room that you just came from. But yeah, it's 3,100 gold pieces that you can split among yourselves.
How many are we again?
Keegan,
Yes.
We're 7.
sorry. Given that information, there's. You don't suppose there's a chance that Orbith manages like to pick up any form of like a dragon scent, like in the layer, like whether it's fresh or old
You
or
can make a
whatever.
perception check using your smell. So dice, please take off 3,100 gold pieces from your inventory.
It's
And it-
7 of us, so it's 4, 4, 2.
But
Yeah.
do
each person.
are you splitting it among dice as well?
Yeah,
okay.
let's give Dice. No, you know what? No, Dice gets fewer because he already has a lot of gold. Dice gets like 200 gold. Let's leave him that.
Where does the rest 200 go?
So that's going to be
To us.
3,100. So that's going to be 2,900 divided by 7. So dice, you can add 200 to your inventory, and then the rest of you can add 414 into your inventory. And
Isn't it divided by 6?
and someone must get
Give
an
the
extra gold coin.
At
Give the
2,900
extra one
divided by
to
6.
Of course.
to
Sorry.
So we get 483 gold.
Only 3.
and if there's an extra one, just give it to dice.
Aha! I have enough for enchantment! My gosh!
How much is the enchantments again? 1,500.
It starts there, yeah.
Yeah, the +1
Oh.
enchantments.
I'll just walk towards dice after we get our money. I'm just like, take out 400 gold and be like, I still owe you some money, right? And I'll
A pittance compared to what you stole.
I'm gonna take the money back.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'll take it.
Why don't you just rest up, Dice, and then we can settle this in the morning.
Urian
I'm
wants
going
just
to...
wants, like check out the room to see if there's any dodgy shit or anything just lurking
Just
around.
to give context again, you guys came from the main hall to be within this sort of agricultural greenhouse within the Rottenell shrine. So are you sleeping here, or are you going back to the main hall where like the library and that other locked door is?
No, we're
Lawyer's
going
already
with the main hall where the gold was.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's another hall, isn't there?
Yes, so it basically looks like, let me just cover up some of these things, then I can actually show you the map, but I don't want you to see the text that I wrote on it, but I'll show you a picture of the whole map now. I don't know if you're looking on my screen at the moment, but that's basically what it looks like. So
Your stream is a pause.
Yeah, stream's paused again.
Okay, well, oops.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
We're in the middle, right?
So if you're looking at the Twitch stream, then you can see it. Yeah, it's this sort of thing, and so you came in from this side. Oh, oops. You came in from this side. Are any of you watching the Twitch stream?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
came in from this side. That's where all the gold was, and then it was this door that led to the greenhouse area over there. So that's where you're right now, and then to the left over here was the library, and to the right there was a closed door. So yeah, that's just to give context.
So yeah.
So what, are we going back to the front door so that we can
Yes.
just guard the front door?
Yeah. But Urian just wants to check around in the main hall if there's any dodgy things still lurking around.
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm still tied up, so I can't actually
Yeah,
move.
Actually, no, Dice. Eli drags you into the room where we're about to camp. And into your ear, softly, he sings a little lullaby. So, would you please let me know if how does it work again? A D5, right?
D6. There isn't a D5.
Oh no,
D-
it's a D8. Sorry.
for
Yeah,
the sleep
so it's
spell.
13 D8 at the moment. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8.
Always trying to sleep.
They sing a little lullaby into your ear, Dice. Is your health less than 66?
It's more than my max health, yeah.
You put your thumb into your mouth and suck on it as you fall into a deep slumber.
Oh,
There. Rest up now, boy. So you can be strong for the morning.
Amazing.
And we drag his ass back to the main hall.
So,
Okay.
Orbith just carries him like a baby.
I kind of cradle him in my arms and just swing him a little bit.
and for a moment, this tough, greedy gambler that you all know so well looks, how do I want to say this, vulnerable in a way that you haven't seen him before. But nonetheless, so you walk out to the main hall, or into the main hall to make camp over there. What are you doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's what we're doing.
I also grabbed some foliage, deceased foliage from the other room to make like essentially mattresses and like cushions and stuff.
Makeshift
Okay.
bed, yeah.
Awesome. So, using that,
But
go make a survival check for you. Whoever's building a bed.
I will make a bed with Orbith.
Well, I have a bedroll, so I'm just sleeping in my bedroll.
A 9.
25.
Awesome.
Orbith makes an obscenely better
Immaculate bed.
He's like a
It's
monster
like,
of shit
looks
on
like
the
it
floor.
was woven by elves
Yeah,
or
so
something.
you all turn around as Eli's casting the. I'm assuming you're sleeping in the dome, Eli. Casting it as a ritual.
Actually, no, my spell slots are done. We have no
You
dome.
can cast Tiny Hunt as a ritual, so you take 10 minutes to cast it, and then it
Oh,
doesn't take a spell
understand.
slot.
No, we're already inside.
Okay.
We're in, Eli's pretty tired.
Fair enough.
He's not
Okay.
he's
So-
not playing a 10-minute flute solo.
So I imagine,
Because-
Eli, because of the exhaustion from the previous day, you sort of whisper that sleep softly to Dice, and Dice falls asleep, and then you also like catch yourself on your own lull, and you also almost sort of fall asleep because of that.
But I just wanna, we have to just decide,
Yeah,
because like, keeping in mind what just happened, we need to have like shifts
Yeah,
to just
fair.
make sure that no shit goes down. So
Urian just wants to scout out the room.
Okay, so which one, the main hall or the
Main hall.
main hall? Make a investigation check for me, please.
what are the rest of the people doing? Are you guys trying to sleep?
Lorian is passed out, man.
6.
He's gone.
I'm building beds for everyone.
With that nature check, of course you can. And Eli, you sort of, as you're looking what everyone's doing, and you turn around, and all of a sudden Orbith is there, just with all of like this plant matter around them, and he has already made 3 beds that's like woven out of the leaves of the plants.
Yeah. It's like a male bird constructing a nest for the female. It's like sped up.
Eli looks impressed and scared at the same time.
Urian tried to make a bed and saw how crap it is compared to Orbith's one. So he's like, okay, I'm just gonna scout around, and I threw a 6, so I see
So,
Zball.
yeah, to the left, if you're looking at this room from like where you came in from, where the broken door is, where it seemed the dragon broke through, to the left, you see the door you already lockpicked. It's
Wait.
a
Where's Urian? Ah, son of a bitch. I'm gonna go after Urian.
So Urion, to the left is the door that you guys already lockpicked. It's what led to the library. To the front is obviously the vine door that is now destroyed because of Mulligan, and to the right there is another locked door. But it's not like a
Okay.
wooden door. It's like a whole stone slate with runes on it.
Okay.
These doors seem to work like the Star Wars doors. They like lift up or down or something like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Urian will definitely also take like first watch.
Okay.
Oh, so Urian didn't go into the door.
No. I'm still
Okay, well,
chilling here.
you know what? I already did it. Eli, scared that it's gonna happen
Can I
again
count this spell?
because.
Can
Yeah, I
see
think you
this
can.
shit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
can count the
can.
spell, but you hear like Eli yelling out a lullaby to you, but he's not singing it anymore. He's just saying it to you, like "Rockabye baby on the treetop."
Everyone's walking towards you singing this.
I can start feeling myself doze off. I was like, oh no, not the fuck. Screw this shit now. Just count the spell.
Eli, all of
How does
us.
counter spell work, by the way? Just
if he
counters
sees
it.
you casting the spell, or well, perceives you casting the spell, you can just end it. But because sleep is what first level spell that you're casting it at.
Well, I'm casting it at 4th level.
Are you casting?
Yeah, I'm
it
casting
at
4th level counter
Okay,
spell.
4th level counter spell. Your sleep just gets interrupted. The magic that you've been forming with your music sort of drifts toward Urian and just fades away.
It's like an ethereal like fairy just going towards him. You know, like the Sandman,
Yeah.
and just slaps it away.
And Urian just obliterates the
Yeah.
thing. It's like, nah.
Okay, listen, Urian, we can't do this again. We need to get some sleep. We'll figure this out tomorrow.
I'm just checking if the room's safe. Go to sleep. You're just sleeping, everybody.
Alright, I'll take second watch.
So you all find bedding for the evening. Some more comfortable than others. Some out of a bedroll that Orbith has created. Very immaculately, I might say. So, like, we'll say, Orbith, you create 3 within this time, so whoever wants to can sleep on the bedrolls. Who's sleeping on the
Lorian was on the floor.
Okay,
He
okay.
wasn't awake.
I'm gonna use one bedroll to wrap Dice up like a taco and just like just, put the rope around him so that he doesn't wiggle out.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
You wrap Dice up, Orbith. Who else is taking the bedrolls?
Urian
Yeah, I
would like
guess.
to take one, but he's doing first watch now.
Okay.
I'll take one.
Eli will sleep in one of
Cool.
the beds.
Okay. So 3 bedrolls. Yeah. So Urian, your first watch begins as all of you doze off. Can make.
Oh, is it just me?
Is anyone else first watch with Urian?
I'm asleep.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna take second watch, so.
Alright, I'm alone then.
I'll take third watch. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, 3 watches.
In 4 hours, Lorian will take watch.
Okay. Cool. So, using your Alvin meditation, Urian, go make a perception check for me during this time.
Okay. I'm not being useless, I'm just blind. 16.
I mean, the light of the moon is slowly sort of drifting in from the front door that's broken down. There's a lot of wind going on at the moment in this area. You are on top of the Irigar Peaks, these thin mountains in the middle of a very arid, windy desert. So a little mound of sand is beginning to build by the door, essentially. But yeah, other than that, it's just the room. It's pretty dark in here, but you have dark vision. Yeah, your watch goes uneventful.
So there's nothing spicy, but Urian's a little bit fixated on the library. If that makes sense. Like he's looking
Okay,
more towards the direction of the library.
Okay.
But necessary anything else?
Fair enough. Other than that, no, you don't see. You stare at the library door for a moment, but yeah, nothing jumps out and murders all of you, is what I'm saying. Your watch goes off uneventful. You wake up Eli for second watch, and you switch shifts. Eli, make a perception.
Wait. Can I, before I wake up for Eli, can I, is the library door open?
Yes, you already unlocked it. Dice unlocked it.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna say Urian doesn't know, so he's just a bit curious, and he slowly opens the library
You
door.
sort of walk towards it, and then it's one of those stone slates that sort of lift up. But as you get close to it, the runes sort of glow and the door lifts, and you can walk through.
Okay. What can I see from the door?
With your dark vision, go ahead and make a perception check. But for now, for free, you just see a very intricately, very well-kept library. But there aren't many. Well, there's actually quite a few books in here. There's a few scrolls lying around. A lot of it is aged because since this is the ancestral home of the Rottenells, and they basically it's to date this place to be like at least like 1,000 years old. This is pre-cadence. This place. But anyways, what's your perception check?
7.
7. A moment. 7 perception check. Well, it's books, man. Books and scrolls, and there are about 6 bookshelves that sort of, as you look in, it's a narrow hallway, and then to the sides, to the left and right, are the bookshelves. 6 of them, 3 on each side.
Yurian is intrigued because he is a sorcerer, so he's a bit of a fucking nerd. So I think I will spend some time looking through the books.
Can I say Eli's natural clock just wakes him up?
Yeah,
for his shift.
Say, Euron, you sort of get into this and you start reading, and you just completely forget to wake up Eli, and Eli, he does wake up. But before that, Euron, you have been busy for a while, so are you just skimming through the books, or are you looking?
I'm just looking. I'm looking at the books, seeing if I can see something interesting.
Let's we'll call it an investigation check. Just as you're going through, let's see what you see.
18, 19.
So you sort of go through this library, book by book. It's a lot of ancient books, and some of them you pick them up and then they crumble to dust. Essentially, they're unreadable. But some of the books seem to be magically protected against aging or something like that. And you do come upon a few interesting books. You see, sort of the family heritage of the Rottenells. There's like a book with the whole family tree in it, up until the day of Cadence. What's interesting, this family tree goes, and then there are 4 like main Rottenells at the end. It ends with 4 main Rottenells. Then 18.
Keegan, just for your information, you stopped streaming in Discord.
Oh, aren't you using music at the moment? That's awkward.
No.
Hang on. Let's just play that again. Please. Sorry, guys.
Thank you very much.
I don't know why that happens the whole time. But anyways, so you look through this and you see a family tree of the Rottenells, very intricate. This is pre-Day of Cadence, essentially. And at the end of the family tree, there are 4 main members of the family before it just stops, because you assume that was... looking back at the history and stuff that you know, that was when the Day of Cadence happened. So you see 4 names there. Veyrul Rottenell, Gaylor Rottenell, Elia Rottenell, and Shalia Rottenell. Just these 4 names. They were the latest Rottenells, essentially.
Okay, I will take this book and like put it into my like cloak I wear.
Yes.
Yeah. More jacket,
so
whatever.
You can add a custom item to your D&D Beyond. Just Rottenell family history. Just do that.
Okay.
And as you're looking through, you also find a book on plant cultivation, and you assume it has something to do with the plants in the other room, and they speak about this thing called a devil root, and how they sort of perfected it with magic over the years to grow extremely fast and extremely violently. And there's a very certain way, and Eli, just for your information, you would also know this because you've been taught this while you were being groomed to be the heir of the Rottenells back in Neu'Tauri. It speaks of this devil root and how it's very quickly and very violently cultivated, and there's a certain way of essentially collecting and culling this plant. They only let it grow until a certain size, and then they cut it, and then they harvest it essentially. And you see that it takes a few months for it to get to that stage, and then it also speaks about potential violent behavior about this plant. So these are like Rottenell's secrets here, and now you realize something, and that is that you've eaten devil root before in Neu'Tauri. Neu'Tauri's staple food is essentially, remember, 80% of the food produced comes from the Rottenell family within Neu'Tauri, so you've definitely eaten devil root before from the Rottenells.
Gideon is slightly disturbed.
And I mean, it wasn't that bad. Like, devil root tastes pretty good. You could probably eat the
Yes,
devil root
but it's
in
just
the other
the
room.
disconnection now with this and the giant plant that tried to murder him is a bit jarring.
I would say for now you find that. Also, as you're going through the books, just make one last investigation. No, you made an 18 investigation check. I'll give this to you. You find, just sort of on one of the shelves as you're going through, you move two of the books to the sides, and it's a potion of greater healing that you find between the books.
Oh, okay.
So you can add that to your inventory. It is an item in D&D Beyond, so just, I think it's Potion of Greater Healing or Greater Healing Potion or something. Just find it and hold on to it. And just as a note, because we haven't used potions that much, it's a bonus action to chug a potion, essentially. So you can bonus action chug a healing potion and then still do something with your action, just for reference.
Okay.
And if you want to feed a potion to someone else...
it's Potion of Healing and in
yes.
brackets, greater.
So, and if you want to essentially heal an ally with a Potion of Healing, you have to, with your action, dump it into their mouth. You can't bonus action do that. Just a note. But nonetheless, you do that, and you hear footsteps, Uriel. And you see sort of...
And then I'm like, oh shit. I should have probably,
and the
woken Eli.
big door
You
lifts up, and Eli walks through it.
Tyrion, what the fuck, man? You're supposed to wake me up. And Eli looks at the library that I haven't seen it yet, so.
You're just like, sorry man, what can I say?
See a book lying on the sort of this little bench thing. It's a... What's a lesson or? What's a lesson or? A desk. A desk.
A desk?
A desk. Of course it's a desk. And just this desk that Burion's been working on, you see a book open, and there are just illustrations of devil root, and it's about the process of cultivating devil roots, things like that, stuff that you would know.
You've been reading through these books.
Yes,
Found anything interesting?
Actually, I did, and I take out the Rottenell family book and I give it to
Rottenell family book?
Eli.
Do you give it to me?
Yes, I just give you the books. Like, I don't know, you might find this interesting. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I think I would, thank you. I think you just need to go get some rest now, so that tomorrow we can just be on our way again.
Yes, Urian agrees and now proceeds to go to sleep.
So are you giving the book on Rottenell history to Eli?
Yes.
Okay, Eli, please add that to your inventory. Urian, remove that. And Urian, if you want to take the study on devil root cultivation with...
Yes, I actually would like to take
as a
that
custom item into your inventory if you'd like to do some reading later.
Eli doesn't care for it
just gonna-
because he already knows about it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call it plants and shit.
Plants and shit, awesome. Just remember that, okay?
Wait, I accidentally... I deleted... I don't know what I deleted, but I deleted something from my inventory.
Oh no.
Oh well, it is what it is.
There goes the staff. Shame.
Primordial stuff, just gone.
Just whoops, out of existence.
Oopsies, I'm an aquarium.
Okay, I will go to sleep now.
Okay. At the end of you go to sleep. Eli, what are you doing? Firstly, make a perception.
Well, Eli,
During your watch, essentially. So are you in the library now, or do you like take the book to the
Oh,
party?
standing in the library. Well, standing in the library, do I see anything else that might be interesting within this library? Any book names or something that's interesting?
As Urion walks out, you can make an investigation check for me.
Investigation. 9.
It's a lot of like family heirloom things in here, and like what you would expect a super rich ass family to have. They just have a library because they can, essentially.
But you mean so there are expensive heirlooms in here?
No, I was referring to the books. Rather, sorry, I spoke there. But yeah, you do not find anything of a lot of interest. You find just a few of the book titles that I'm gonna make up right now on the spot. Things like to do with the Rottenell code and the way that you live by. And you see the same sort of family slogan on one of the books, that Serenitas per auctoritatem, the serendipity through authority, and it speaks about things that you know already, how basically
Plants and Shit first edition.
Awesome. It basically speaks about the obviously the views of the Rottenell family, how they're very arrogant, the Rottenells, at least those that ruled here and went to Neu'Tauri. They believe that sort of they are above the masses, and it speaks here about how they must use their power to guide those lesser than them. Once again, that serendipity through authority. They can make the world better if they are in control, essentially. It's a lot of that, and that's very much tied to essentially taking over the food production of... Yeah, they speak a lot about that, and if you can control like the main resources that people are like dependent on, then you can control an entire nation, essentially. It speaks a lot about that.
Okay, well, this concerns Eli, because he thought that it was only his side of the family that was crazy.
Yeah.
So, he takes that information to heart, and now he's a bit confused, because he was recently told that, no, the Rottenells were actually good, but now they don't seem so good anymore, so that is kind of confusing to him.
Yes, so what you know so far is that the branch family of the Rottenells that stayed behind, it seemed that their views differed a lot from the main family. And the main family essentially took what they could, took the people that were useful to them, took their cultivation techniques, and went to Neu'Tauri, and left the rest of the people of Asmar to fend for themselves. So there was...
I thought the main family was the people that stayed. I thought it was a side branch that left.
The main family left. The side branch...
Oh, I didn't know this. Okay, then
the side
branch
that stayed behind with their little bit of authority they still had. They tried to protect the people, and it was very bad for many, many years, because obviously the Day of Cadence, it was 1,000 years ago, and from then they had to sort of build up this place, and only recently the branch family at least got a name for themselves within Neu'Tauri. Within Asmar City, the place you are in right now, and people don't necessarily, at least like you're intelligent enough to know this, but people won't necessarily remember like the tyrannic shit that the Rottenells did 1,000 years ago. They only know like rumors. The branch family is good, the other family, the main family abandoned them. That's based like the most that they know. They don't know about like the cultivation techniques and stuff like that, because that's very secretive to the Rottenells.
Right, so not from what I can see, there's no other very important titles for me to take. Okay, so with...
Check on unfortunately.
And inside of the room, and inside not through the books, but the room.
The
Is it just a
room
library?
is just a
Yes.
library, unfortunately. And
Okay,
that
so I'm just gonna go back to the main hall.
The investigation check basically represents you being within the library and looking around and stuff. So yeah.
Okay. With my book, I'm gonna go back to the main hall, and I'm just gonna take watch.
Okay.
And yeah, should I make a perception check while I'm taking my
make
watch?
a perception check and this will represent the rest of your watch.
Fuck's sakes, dude! What's up with you cockerel at 12?
With the 12, it's not that bad. You also notice like a mound of sand is slowly growing by the edge of the door because of all of the wind that's blowing like the sand in. But other than that, you sort of look through the doors and you see the reflection of the Vulcan rings, the rings around the planet, sort of glistening, and it's kind of beautiful to you. And you just sit there admiring it for a while, but your rest comes to an end without issue.
Okay. Well, I'm just also then reading through the book. The family tree. Do I recognize the name in there?
Make a investigation check. It's fun to notice, but like the first person that's mentioned in the family tree, it's a person with the name Rottenell.
Rottenell. So I do recognize the
it
name.
seems your grandmother's name was heavily inspired by the first Rottenell, essentially.
I kind of like take it that this was part of the people that broke off and went to Neu'Tauri.
Quite possibly. It starts with Rottenell, and then it spreads out, and it doesn't seem. You don't really know the Branch family, but you do actually see you won't see them because that's 1,000 years ago, but you don't really notice any other names. It's just, once again, the four names at the end of the book is Veyril Rottenell, Daylor Rottenell, Elia Rottenell, and Shalia Rottenell.
And was there any important information that I read within the context
Let me ask you
in
this:
the book?
what are you looking for?
I'm looking for anything that can help us.
In what context? I'm asking.
Sorry, what?
To help you with what? Overthrow the tribunal, get more insight.
To help us just get better, just for a better understanding, because like we've been sent out here to essentially liberate Neu'Tauri
Yes.
in some way.
Yeah.
I'm looking for information about my family.
Okay.
Anything that will allude to a weakness, anything that will allude to another place that we can go to, anything that can give us some information on how to infiltrate that whole system.
Make another investigation check for me.
Yes, by fucking goeie so kak. Fuck's sake. 13.
The Rottenell strive to get rid of their weaknesses. Essentially, they are a very patriotic type of don't show any weakness, trample the weak type situation. So there's not like weaknesses listed in bullet points within this book, obviously. So I would say make an insight check for me quickly. 17 insight. Pretty good. You sort of look at this, and perhaps the best way, if you were to want to take the Rottenells out of power, is essentially to just go after the thing that they use to essentially hold the populace by the throat, and that is the food production, essentially.
The food.
Yeah, if you can cut that off, somehow not let them have control over that, they will crash and burn, because that is all that they have. They make people dependent on them, and the moment people aren't dependent on them anymore, they are powerless, essentially. that's just a bit of insight that you gain.
Interesting. Okay, I make a mental note of that. One more thing.
Yes.
I'm gonna go back into the library and I'm gonna look for any empty notebooks, any empty books, essentially.
Okay.
That is not, that is at least mostly empty.
Okay. Make a investigation check. Aloran, I would say by this time, Eli, you've been reading these books for quite some time now. Aloran, you wake up from your meditation, and you see sort of Eli walking into the library.
So long rest,
Yeah,
yeah?
take a long rest, Aloran.
Perfect.
On that note, can all of us take a long rest?
Not yet.
Not yet. Gotcha.
I only need 4
Yeah.
hours, so.
Yeah. So Eli, you're looking for a notebook or something. Make it in. Yeah.
Or an empty book, or at least mostly empty
do you want
book
to
that can be written.
Do you want to write within it?
Something that I can write
Okay,
within,
of
yeah.
course. Make an investigation.
14.
Sure. I'd say you actually find at the desk when you open one of the drawers there's this almost magically enchanted book that is used to sort of the magic keeps it from aging. Essentially, the Rottenells they had a lot of pride and they wanted to preserve their legacy and stuff. So many of the books are protected in this way. So yes, of course, you can get a notebook there. There's just, I would just say, any quill or ink or something, you wouldn't find that. It's been like many decades since anyone has opened this place. So you find the notebook, but no like writing implement, I'd say.
Well, so Rottenell notebook, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna add that as a
Yes.
custom item.
And that sort of has the family crest on it and the slogan of the family, if you may, the Serenitas per Auctoritatem, something like that.
I still have the chalk that was given to me by, what was her name?
Oh,
The elvish lady.
Was it Arden?
Arden,
Yeah,
yeah, Arden Solar.
she's a Genasi.
She gave. No, not Arden Solar. It was the. I don't know, but I was
Wasn't
given
the
chalk.
the dwarf person.
Yeah, it was the dwarf. and the lady.
Arania.
Oh yeah, it was
Arania.
probably
Yeah,
Lania.
Lania. Yeah.
The dwarven forge.
Well, whatever, not important. I still have the chalk,
okay.
and I'm just gonna make a note
Okay.
in my notebook, as like, just noting that, it's everything that you explained to me, like summarizing
Okay.
the Rottenells hold power over people by controlling important, wat hulpbronnen in Engels?
Resources.
Important resources like food.
Okay.
Take the resources, take the power. That's what I write down.
Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. And yeah, Lauren, you're awake. Who is doing third watch?
Yep.
And Orbith,
Then,
Eli, you
yeah, I'll probably be awake with
Eli, you wake up, Orbith, and your eyes are just like red at the moment, Eli, from keeping them open the whole time. Eli, what's that number that I gave you? The larger one?
29.
29. Who else has a large number?
I have a 24.
Okay, so I'm just gonna note it here because this is important. Dice has a 24. Eli, you have
29.
Who else has a large number?
Nope.
Did I give anyone a number? Okay.
I have a
You
1.
gave me another number,
Yeah,
Keegan.
there's a smaller one and there's a larger one.
Yeah.
So yeah, the one is fine. Just remember that. Okay. So, Lauren and Orbit, you two are awake. The rest are sleeping. One of you can make a perception check with advantage, or both can make perception checks for the watch.
What do you want to do, Oba?
What's your modifier for your perception?
+4.
Mine's 6. So
Use. Yeah, go for it. You can have
You use
advantage.
the help action.
Cool.
Orbit, make a perception check with advantage. This will represent the watch, essentially.
16.
Okay, cool. You scour the area. That little mound of sand from the wind that's blowing in is steadily growing. It's just a
Regarding the sand,
Yes.
I just like to imagine that Orbith kind of wakes up with a sand mustache, basically.
wake up with a sad mustache.
He just kind of, he stands up and dusts himself off,
Okay.
and he's actually going to attempt to like just try and close the door.
Okay. The one door is broken off its hinges by a dragon, but you can make a strength check to sort of push the other one closed.
Okay, I shall try my best.
Okay. You have advantage because of your totem, right? Okay,
Yes.
Go for it.
Thank God for
Yeah.
that. 22.
22. Yeah, you just. And Alorian, for like a straight 30 seconds, you just hear this very loud grinding noise as Orbith is like pushing the door closed. Just.
And there's
Aloyan,
like
Aloyan just stares.
a small metal
Sorry,
piece of the
expression.
door is like scratching against the floor, so it's making like
It's-
that
it's like-
chalkboard
it's like-
sound. Like,
Slowly but surely, Aloyan is pinching his eyes closed and putting his fingers on his nose, getting really
Every-
irritated, rubbing his nose bridge like. Just waiting for it to stop.
Orbith just silently says, "Oh, sorry, sorry."
And you just sort of. So yeah, one half of the gigantic stone door is closed.
Cool.
Orbith,
now
you
having
can
peace.
take a long rest, by the way, Orbith.
Okay, cool. Now having peace of mind about the door. Yeah, Orbith is just going to like do his usual like strolls, like he would usually do as a soldier at Neu'Tauri.
Okay.
Nothing special.
But what does that look like? Are you just sort of pacing, or what are you doing?
Yeah, he's just like taking like a steady stroll with his hammer at the ready for in case anything happens to him. But for the most part, it's just like this kind of orchestrated like pattern of
Yeah.
walking in a sense. Like he's just like maneuvering essentially the whole room.
So
Yeah.
Lauren, you sort of this is familiar to you. You notice it. It's sort of the etiquette of the wall guards because you basically worked in the special forces of the tribunal, the leaders of Neu'Tauri. And Orbith being a wall guard, you notice what he's doing. And your Orbith, it's very nostalgic for you for this moment. You think back at Neu'Tauri, and in this moment of clarity, you also notice that yes, you've been working for a bunch of idiots. You think back to that and what the Vision and the Tribunal have been doing to keep their hold on the people, and the things that they've been doing behind the back with the Viziers, all those undead and divine experiments at the same time. Mine is just filled with that.
Thinking this sends down a cold shiver down his spine, basically. Knowing that he had served these assholes for a very, very long time and essentially aided them in their nefarious deeds.
Fair enough.
Albus, are you alright there?
Sorry. I got a bit dazed off there. I'm fine. Don't worry about me, lad.
Alright,
So your night goes off without event. You all can take a long rest as the light shines into the door, rousing some of you from your sleep. Dice, you're just completely tied up and tacoed within one of these makeshift beds that Orbith created, but nonetheless you all are awake within this massive main hall that you now sort of see for the first time in the light, and it's quite beautiful actually, sort of, or it's almost like a dome shape in the middle, and there's like these murals, and it looks very beautiful in here, and there are all a few like scratch marks from the dragon that was living here, but yeah, nonetheless you all wake up and with long rests.
Orbith untangles Dice from his man-made taco.
Okay, so all of you who have exhaustion, you each lose 1 point of exhaustion. And just for some spice, who was sleeping in the beds that Orbith made?
I was.
Dice, how many
moi.
how many points of exhaustion did you have, Dice?
None.
None, okay.
Zero.
Darikas, how many did you have?
It wasn't marked for me to have exhaustion, so I don't know if I was supposed to have.
Okay,
but...
never mind about that then. And Eli, how much points of exhaustion did you have?
I get Ian
Okay,
hot.
so, yeah.
I had
So
one.
each of
but,
you use 1 point of exhaustion. I would have said if you slept within Orbith's comfy bedroll, you would have lost 2 points of exhaustion.
Damn it!
But that's just for a bit of flavor. So
Oh,
so everyone loses 1
no.
point of exhaustion. Just for,
I have still one
just
left.
for a reminder,
Ugh.
1 point of exhaustion means the following. It means
Off movement or
no. Off movement is at 2 stacks.
two?
Disadvantage on ability checks. So like athletics checks and perception checks and investigation.
No.
But he's just gonna roll up one of the bedrolls and just like stash it in his backpack for future
Like, I'll
usage.
just add Orbith's super comfy bedroll or something like that.
Exhaustion depleted.
Yes. Bedroll.
Exhaustion proof bedrolls.
Anti-exhaustion or something. But nonetheless, you all wake up. What would you like to do, the Fates?
Dice is going to wake up, stretch from his cocoon.
Try to
And,
try to stretch, but the ropes are too tight.
Am I still tied up?
Yep.
Oh, my word.
No, I actually
Orbith was a Boy Scout.
ja, ek het hom geloosen.
So Orbith uses your dice.
Fair enough.
Thank you very much. Now let's keep exploring. And I'm going to go to the room on the right that I did not check out the first time.
Awesome. So
I am going to follow Dice.
you walk nearby Dice. You get to this door and it's an exact mirror of the one across the way. So the other one went to the library. This one looks exactly the same type of runes, that type of thing. It is a magically locked door, from what you can tell.
Can I try to determine the nature of the magic?
Sure. Make an Arcana check for me.
Connor. 3.
Yep, it's magic. It's magic.
Very cool.
It's magic.
Dice, maybe we don't toy with the magically locked doors.
I'm thinking.
There was an entrance back there in the room with the plants trying to kill us. Maybe we should just go there and see what's there.
We should. We can come back. We can come back for this. I have a spell that can dispel the magic on it. Okay, let's just go to the other one first.
And Dice will take out his thieves' tools.
Okay. So
Okay,
this door,
Dice gets himself
this
killed.
door is magically locked. The last one you threw a nat 20 to unlock it, so only a nat 20 will unlock this door because it is.
Oh.
He's gonna throw fucking nat 20.
No.
A nat 20, you say?
He's gonna throw fucking nat 20.
I'll cast the spell magic on it before he
Okay.
gets started.
The magic is dispelled, but like you don't even notice it, Dice.
Yeah, but I don't tell
the
Dice
runes
anything,
sort of
I just let him keep going.
Flicker for a moment. Dice, what's that roll?
I got a 25.
Okay, cool. The DC was 22. You sort of mess around with this like little groove, and you sort of like and you like angle one of your thieves' tools in there to like complete a magic circuit, and the door lifts open.
Why can't we just do one thing at a time?
And
See? Open.
there's
no
a
problem.
small dark room. Well, not small. It's like it's about like 7 by 7 meters, something like that. But you walk into this room.
I'm going to activate my drift globe to float next to me.
You active.
Orbith kind of cuts the line to go stand in front of Dice because he's paranoid.
So, Orbith, you stand in front. The dirt group goes. Just want to check something quickly. And the room's empty. except for the floors. Almost there's these steps that lead downward, like 3 steps that lead downward, and there is this circular sort of spell circle or something that seems to be drawn over there.
Yurian,
Guys, you're gonna get
will
yourself
go and
killed.
Yurian proceeds and also is quite curious and he investigates the spell
Make an
circle.
Arcana check for me.
Why am I surrounded by suicidal idiots?
It's not suicide, it's curiosity.
Okay, Eli also walks in.
11.
I'll tell you the School of Magic. This is. Let me just check quickly. I think it would be Conjuration, but let me just check quickly for you.
Kieran, kan Eli en soos dat hy instap ook al
Ja,
kan
Arcana
check
check.
doen op wat ook al doen. Wat is het by the way? Kan jy net gou weer verduidelik?
This is a large, like, how would I say it? It's like I believe a 10-foot radius magic circle that's drawn on the ground,
Okay, well-
carved into the ground.
Eli threw a 25.
Yurion, this seems to be Conjuration. That's the magic school of this circle. Eli, it's a teleportation circle.
Ek het so gedink. Eli sees this and he immediately starts to study it. And he starts to draw it in his new
Okay.
book.
I would say, just for the sake of this, so that you don't have to draw with chalk on paper, you sort of found a quill, a sort of enchanted quill that seems to have like unlimited ink or something within one of the desks.
Okay.
So you
Fair
see
enough.
this magic quill.
A pen. Ek het 'n fucking pen gevind.
basically, and you start drawing this magical circle within your book, so you can add to your list of magical circles the Rottenell Shrine as one of the targets for
Yeah.
teleportation circle.
On my shell. Okay, well, guys, I do believe that this is a teleportation circle, like the one back at.
Yurian immediately exits the circle.
Nothing happens. You sort of step onto the circle, and it sort of softly glows when you step on the runes. But other than that, it seems to be. This is like you can't teleport from it. It's a destination teleportation circle. So Eli, you would be able to draw the circle with your spell and teleport to it, but it doesn't teleport anywhere, basically.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so
Cool.
Eli, with that Arcana check, I'll also tell you there are 2 types of teleportation circles. You get like the
Oh.
target one, that's this one, where you draw one to
Yes.
target this, and then you get like the permanent ones, like by Big Man's residence, where it's just like a gateway between 2 points, essentially.
Okay, well, Eli kind of rubs his chin and he's like, this seems to be the destination teleportation circle. And that obviously
Yeah.
alludes to the fact that there is another teleportation circle somewhere.
Astute
Interesting.
observation. Anyway, since there's no gold here, I'm gonna go check out the other door.
As you sort of walk off back to the garden botany, the greenhouse area, essentially.
I'm gonna go check that he doesn't die again. So,
Well,
Yeah,
there's nothing in
yeah,
here, so we all might just go over there now.
Does someone want to make an investigation check within this room?
I will.
Okay.
I
Sure.
can't do it. I have
Blech.
disadvantage.
14.
No.
Darakas, you also notice, like, against, like, when you walk in, and then to the left, right against the wall next to the door, there is a mortem symbol of darkness, the sort of the eye with the 2 claws.
I walk over there and I inspect it.
Just Arcana check, actually.
Does it seem like runic, like runes,
It's-
carved?
It's carved. It's like magic circuit type technology. It's carved into the wall, just a symbol that slowly, but very softly radiates purple energy, and it seems... Arcana check.
Arcana check. Dirty 20.
It seems to funnel energy somewhere. There's like a circuit of magic, a groove carved on the wall that leads into the roof and then goes on somewhere else.
I first want to check if I cast a spell into it, like with dark magic or whatever.
Okay.
If that'll do something, like if it...
Before you do that, Orbith and Dice, are you already by the larger door within the botany chamber?
I'd say so.
You two walk in there.
I also followed them, so I'm with them.
So, everyone in this room, Darakas, you sort of stay behind. What are you casting into it?
Let's go Sacred Flame, since that's like, I guess, from the divine energy.
Take him on video. Is someone watching videos?
Iemand zit er is like a mutiny.
Please don't watch videos or something. It messes with the audio. So you cast Sacred Flame that does radiant damage, right?
Yes.
You cast Sacred Flame. Nothing happens.
Take out one of my Mortum crystals. Wait, do I still have them? Or did I offer them up for the revive first?
I think you. How many is in your inventory? You must please keep track of that.
2.
So
yeah.
you gave up one, so you still have one, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just take one of the one crystal and I'll like press it
So
up
you
against
take out
and see if that does.
piece of prismodium that's been, that took in some darkness, mortem energy. You press it against the symbol and the symbol lights up. Dice and Orbith at the same moment. This massive door in front of you, the archway. There are 3 symbols on the archway, and one of them, a symbol of mortem on the right side of it, lights up.
Oh. Orbith is kind of caught off guard by this, and he just like assumes a battle stance and just looks at the door confused.
I didn't do that. Did you guys do that?
Follow the grooves. in the
No,
wall
I
and see
didn't.
where is he.
So you take the mortal crystal off. At the same time, everyone that's in, who's in the botany or the greenhouse?
I thought that's where we were now.
Daraka stayed behind, but who's in the greenhouse area right now?
Yeah, I would stay behind
with
with
them.
Darakas when I saw him
Messing with
like
magic.
approaching something.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. So Urian and Darakas.
No, Eli went with Orbith.
Okay.
And I am also there.
Are they going to the place where the Celestial is written?
Yeah.
I want to go there too, please.
So you go there. So Mulligan, Orbith, Eli, Alorian, and Dice. You all go forward into the botany, the greenhouse chamber. Darakas and Urian, you stay behind. But Darakas, as you take that mortar crystal off, the same time, all of you within the greenhouse area, that symbol of mortem, sort of the eye with the curls that's been glowing, or it went on, it's now glowing. It fades off.
Oh.
Interesting.
That did something, Urion.
Looked like nothing.
Yeah, you're probably right. Let's never try that again.
No, wait.
For the greenhouse people, what are you guys doing?
Orbith is just kind of tapping the door again to see if it's going on.
Solid ass stone. And
Is there a lock?
make an
Or-
investigation check for me.
Just
The door, is the door magically locked?
Make an Arcana check for me.
4 on the investigation.
I mean, there are runes on the door and a little groove.
Oh.
My Dory's door.
Hmm.
28.
Can I just say can I just tell to Dracaris to try that shit again? Maybe it works a second time. I don't know how some of these magic work. Magic is weird.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Put it back
Against the
again.
thing. As you guys are investigating, the mortem symbol goes on once again. Eli, what was your Arcana check?
28.
The door is indeed very magically locked. With that Arcana check, it is locked. As you also sort of look over the thing, you see two other symbols. You see to the left a symbol of Lumine, the element of light, and in the center you see a symbol of Ignis.
Oh, that thingy over there. It kinda looks like Alorian's thingy, don't you think?
Is
I
Lorian
haven't
goes
seen
to
the
it.
Lorian's thingy, but
and inspects it.
What are you trying?
Really nice.
What are you?
He's just expecting it, but he wants to take his palm and light it up.
Okay, so basically this door is like 3-4 meters high, and then the archway on top of the door there, it's that celestial that's written there, and then three symbols. In the center of the archway is an Ignis symbol, to the left of the archway is a Lumine symbol, and to the right is the Mortem symbol that's sort of disco flashing at the moment.
Maybe we need the other people.
Wait a moment. Where's Darakas?
Exactly. I think we
And
need
Urian. You guys are like a bunch of children. Alright, I'll go get them.
You walk over,
Dice is going to run and kick the door.
make an attack roll.
Uh, 15?
You kick the door, and mock a dexterity saving throw. As you go, you run up
Door's
to the
gonna
door,
swing.
and you just... And immediately this rippling, like, force field just... And just launches you to the other side of the room. This shield repels you. So what's your dex save?
23.
You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you kick this door and the force field just and you shoot to the other side of the room. Eli, as you're walking out, Dice just hits the wall next to you, just like and falls down.
Oh, fuck. Don't kick the door.
You walk that off, buddy.
So you meet up with Darakas and Urion, Eli.
Hey, guys, what's the hold up? Can we get to it? Come on.
There's a rune on the wall, and when I put the crystal near it, then I just take it like closer and farther away, and closer and farther away, and back and forth, and just make him see it.
Is
Close and then
anything-
stops glowing.
Honestly, we
anything-
just are kind of fucking around and seeing if something happens.
Basically,
Wait,
but
what
it doesn't
symbol?
look like.
You look at the symbol and it's a symbol of Mortem. And as Darakas takes the crystal close to it, it lights up with that purple energy.
Huh. We have more symbols in the room back there. I wonder...
Have they, perchance have any of them been turning on and off again?
Well, Lauren was still there. Can you see it?
Yeah, Alorian, you see the Mortem symbol is just discoing at the moment.
Eli!
Yeah?
The Mortem is flashing. Are you guys doing anything, perhaps?
Wait. Okay, wait. What's happening now? Do that again, Darakas.
That purple symbol is flashing.
Gonna have a rave.
It's flashing in conjunction with the symbol that they are activating.
It's shining again! It's shining again!
Here too!
Darakas, what happens if you just press the crystal onto the symbol?
Well, it's against the wall, so it's not gonna stick there, but
Place it.
I can
against
hold
the
it there.
symbol.
No, but just keep it there.
It stays lit.
What in the
Let it go, Darakas?
this is literally what we've been doing, just slower.
Eli, you make the connection. When energy is passed through the Mortem symbol in the teleportation room, the one on the main door does light up.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to see if the crystal sticks, but it doesn't.
No.
Okay, so anybody got some tape? If there is such thing.
What's tape?
I've got
Fair enough.
leaves.
Sorry, Mulligan, do you want to do something?
Ach, it's fine. I just want to do something stupid, but it's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it for now.
Darkus,
Yeah.
I know I came in here asking you to come with me, but I think you have to stay here. And Urian, you come with me. We're gonna go look for more of those symbols.
Okay.
Roger.
Okay. So you walk out of the
Okay,
teleportation
yeah.
room into the main hallway. Walking out of this door, to the right is the plant room. In front of you is the library, and to the left is the exit. As you walk into the large sort of dome-shaped room, what are you doing within here?
Okay, first of all, I'm just gonna go peekaboo back into the botany chamber.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna kind of explain my plan.
Okay.
Alright guys, it's up. So, yeah. It looks like there are symbols around this place that corresponds with the symbols on that archway. So, I think we're just gonna have to go look for the rest of them and see what happens if we light them up at the same time. So you guys, I don't know, someone has to stay here, just open the door if something happens. And me and Urion and whoever wants to come up, we're gonna go look for more of these symbols. And then I walk back.
So explain.
I'm still there. Come on.
Okay, so just to case this out, Darakas, are you staying within the teleportation room?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
staying there, just sort
there.
of holding the crystal to the wall. And
Yeah.
you just see everyone like running around and screaming on the other side, and you're just like, yeah, this is taking long. But
I want to try and like
Mhm.
prop my staff underneath the crystal to try and hold it against the symbol.
make a straight.
Because
Make
my
a
arm's gonna
straight,
it's gonna get
make
tired.
a straight dexterity check.
Oh, okay.
Are you just like, are you gonna pin it to the wall using your staff?
Yes, I want to pin the crystal like
Okay,
against
make
the
it
wall
straight
against
dex
the.
check, please.
Yeah, 13.
I mean, it's sort of working, I guess. It's a bit riggedy, but like, if a strong wind blows in here, it's probably gonna fall over. But I mean, it works.
Okay. That's
So who is in the botany chamber?
Orbit
Alorian.
is kind of just standing guard there. He's just checking the door.
Orbith, Alorian, and Dice, you're in the botany chamber, and Urian and Eli, you're in the.
We're looking. I suggest we should go to the library and see if there's some symbol in there.
So you walk with Eli there. Mulligan, what are you doing?
Can I just maybe throw like a general investigation check just to like look if I can see one of those symbols?
Sure. In
What do I need?
which room are you doing this? The botany chamber, the main hall, the library, or well, the teleportation room is.
Which room did Darakas find the first one? That's in the
No,
teleportation room.
Yes.
I think I'll investigate the main room for now.
Investigation check, please. The rest of you, Urion and Eli, what are you doing?
Library.
Well, no. Okay, wait. So, outside of the library, it's the main hall,
Yes.
right? Can you just explain to me once again how many doors or entrances are there in the main
4
hall?
doors in the main hall. There's the broken down doorway where you came in from. To the left of that, if you're walking into the place for the first time, to the left is the library door. To the right is
Okay.
the teleportation door. Then it sort of arcs forward, and then in the middle is the botany chamber door.
Oh, okay, so there's only the library doors left, in the main hall at
Yeah.
least. Okay, yeah, so can I make an investigation inside the... Let's, wait, Urian, what's your investigation?
Horrifically bad.
Mine is plus
Awesome.
4, so let me do it then with advantage if you help me.
So, using the help action, Urion, make an investigation check with advantage. Eli,
No.
Eli,
Me.
yeah, Eli, you're making
Yeah,
it with
y-
advantage.
yeah.
Sorry, I spoke weird. And Mulligan,
Okay.
investigation check in the main chamber, please.
Yeah, investigation main chamber was on 5.
Okay, I threw so shit twice. Okay, so 11.
Eli, at the moment, it's not that you won't find anything. It's just gonna take more time. But like straight up for like 10 minutes, you're like looking within the library books and looking past things, you don't find anything yet.
There has to be something.
Mulligan, what was your investigation?
5.
You're just sort of chilling there in the middle, and a gust of wind picks up through the main door, and your cape just blows into your face, and you can't see anything right now. And Darakas, the stick that was holding up your crystal, falls over, and the mortem goes dark again.
Egan,
Yes.
can I do the contact other plane? To ask it questions like, which room these signs might be in?
Contact other plane, is that the spell's name?
Yeah, so it's basically I just contact a demigod, and if I make the save throw, I think I get 4 questions, and if it basically needs to answer yes, no, maybe, or never, or something like that.
Okay. Just give you a moment. My mouse has once again become invisible for some reason, and I don't know what's going on.
Contacting the other plane all by itself.
Indeed. What the hell, man? Wait, there. Cool. So contact other plane. We just read that spell quickly. Can you guys still hear the music, or has my stream ended once again?
No, I can still hear it.
You mentally contact a demigod, the spirit of a long dead sage, or some other mysterious entity. Okay. So yeah, please make that intelligence saving throw. Who are you attempting to contact? I think I know.
I don't know about any demigods. Just one that might help me narrow down the locations of these.
Would you pick Algos for that?
Is he gonna be able to help me?
I don't know. You don't know. And you don't know any other demigods and things, so what do you contact?
I'm so hard now, but I'm gonna shut up.
Can I maybe shout to the others and see if they know?
What demigod should
About
I
any-
contact?
Yeah, what demigod? What demigod might know about locations and stuff? Maybe know about this area, maybe connected somehow.
What?
Eli hears this and kind of just looks at Urian with his mouth open and ignores the question.
Yeah, Urian is also just a bit sketched out, what the fuck?
With no answer, I guess I'm just gonna do Algos then.
Contact Algos, make that intelligence saving throw.
Market date 15.
But fuck you, moves a psychic damage.
Oh,
Just sort of in the back of your head, you hear. Very interesting, Mulligan. Seems that you are reaching out to me this time. It's a strange experience. What is it you want to know?
Yeah, so this... You can somehow say this is something to do with the talisman. Not really just lying, basically, but... I need you to tell me, do you know about any of the locations of these runes on the walls? Would you be able to assist me?
What's question 1? Maybe.
Is there...
That's question 1.
Is there
just
a-
maybe? So question 1. Maybe.
hoeveel questions heeft hij?
Okay, you've got 4 questions left.
Oh. Is there a rune in the main chamber?
Yes. Question.
Is there a rune in the library?
Yes.
Is there a rune in that middle room? The botany thingy?
Dat is een baie onspesifieke vraag, want daar is tegnies runes daar binne. Wanneer het klaar gevra? Yes. There are runes in the central chamber. Dis 4 vrae.
Oi, Mulligan, who are you talking to?
You just see Mulligan is sort of, he's like, in a cross-legged meditative position and he's hovering a few feet off the floor at the moment.
Oh. I'd rather not intervene in that.
You sort of poke him and he like weightlessly shifts to the side.
I'm just gonna throw in another random question is, do you know if there's a talisman in this castle area?
No.
Damn.
Thank you.
And like you get this sense of just like the audacity, the confusion. What the hell? You just spoke with a freaking demon. And you said thank you to him. He does not know how to respond. Okay, so yeah, you got
Mulligan just dips out.
those are the answers, and you you've never done this spell before, and you just sort of land on the floor, and you're like, ugh, shit, and you just see a dwarf looking into your face.
He opens his eyes to see like this fisheye angle of a dwarf's eyes just looking at him in the face.
Eloy's gonna yell back to wait, who did it? Fucking you, Mulligan. Mulligan, what's happening, my guy? What's happening?
So, got a bit of information. There's a rune in the main chamber. There's a rune in the library.
Where is it? I can't see it.
That we need to figure out.
Oh.
And there's one in the library, and then there's the one we know about in the teleportation chamber.
I look back at you and like, so there is one in here.
We just gotta find them.
I start going through all the books and everything to look for it again.
Swimming through the library. You can make another investigation check with advantage.
Orbith is just crawling around like a bloodhound, sniffing around like in the main room, searching for us.
Kanak for Orbis.
21.
I want to give Orbith advantage on investigation,
So you use
seeing
the help
he's
action. So Orbith, you can make a investigation check with advantage. In which room are you doing it?
main chamber.
Investigation with advantage. And Eli, what's your investigation?
Is
21.
sorry.
Eli, you sort of are going through the books, and then something catches your eye. Like just at the corner of one of the like the bookcases, there's like this little white thing that's sticking out, and you sort of go over to it, and
My one eye twitches.
twitch, and you sort of move or attempt to move. Make a strength check for me if you would like to sort of shift the bookcase out of the way.
Fucking Orbith!
-2 on investigation, okay? Don't hate me, man.
Orbith, you're just sort of trying to sniff for the rune, and it's just not. No.
Keegan, my strength does a dirty 20.
You're pissed off at the moment because I'd say you guys are searching for like an hour and a half now, investigating all of this, and you're like, "Hey, the fuck is it?" And you shit, and run over to it, and you just move an entire bookcase out of the way, and you're just sort of standing there in the middle of the space, and Eli's just running frantically around you, I imagine, and then he finds this and just muscles this bookcase out of the way all by himself.
I found it.
And
What's the rune?
The Lumine symbol is behind the bookcase.
That's light. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's light. Oh, light. That's Alorian?
Yes, indeed. Look at you being doing investigations things, and Yuri just walks off.
I
Lauren.
don't need your attitude right now.
Already.
Alorian?
Lauren, you hear.
What? What do you want?
We need you. He's the library. Lumine symbol. Yeah, just go. Over there.
Lauren shuffles towards.
Towards it.
Dice is just like inspecting the botany room. Every wall and cranny and
Make an investigation check if you'd like.
And now that passed, can Mulligan also do another
Yes,
investigation
yes,
on the main?
course.
This time, Orbith with a dust-filled nose is going to help Mulligan with the investigation.
You could have advantage.
18.
Cool. We'll get back to that just now. Malorian, you walk into this room and you see a Luminae symbol. A bookcase has been moved ajar and there is a Luminae symbol there.
Okay. Do I have?
Eli's behind him. Eli's behind him. He's like, touch it.
Okay. Lauren puts his palm on the
Okay.
symbol.
Well,
There, I touched
nothing
it.
happens.
Exact. Not this.
Maybe a spell or something? Just a test, you know?
Yeah. Fine. Can Elorian just like try to radiate light out of his hand?
Don't you have the light cantrip or word of radiance?
I have word of radiance.
Yes, radiant,
I
radiant
can use
damage is
that,
considered light damage in this universe.
Okay. Cool. Then
So-
word of
so you
radiance.
sort of, this pulse radiates from like your aura, and the symbol lights up. And Dice, as you're inspecting, you see the mortem symbol is now lit up. It went down for a moment, and you hear heard like a stick falling over in the other room, but it lights up again, the mortem one, and now the Luminae one lights up for like 10 seconds, and then it goes down.
Okay, great. Now, how many are left? Only one?
The one in the main room.
Mulligan, what was your investigation check?
18, and if I don't make it, I'm gonna use my talisman.
Yeah, the
I
DC
don't-
is 14. You sort of look around and you look up, and it's sort of a dome shape. All of the murals, and the beautiful carved stone, comes to a singular point, and then there's like this circle there, and then quite a large Ignis symbol is drawn on the roof.
It's in the
Yeah,
roof.
it's on the roof. About
I just pull Orbith on his beard and and direct his head to the runes and just point to
Yeah.
it.
Oh, look, Mulligan, I found it!
Good job, Orbith.
I knew I could do it! And he just puffs. There's this dust cloud that comes out of his nose from all the sniffing.
I just let Orbith take this one. He quote unquote found it. So now we need to get a way to get up there.
Won't have to tell me twice, and he just throws Mulligan at the symbol.
Make an athletics check, Orbit. Mulligan, as you're saying this, you're just huh! And it's about 60, 40 to 60 feet up.
I got a 27.
You throw Mulligan 30 feet into the air, Mulligan. You're just yo, yeet! And then you caress to a point, and then you just drop back down. Orbith, are you gonna try and catch him? Or-
Yes,
Okay,
yes. I'm standing there with
make
my
a
hands out.
dexterity check for me, please. And Mulligan, you can make a
Okay.
dex saving throw. It's called a DC 14 dex check.
Oh no.
This is
Does a
awkward.
10 cut it?
Mulligan, you fall to the floor. Just you basically you belly flop onto the floor and you take 8 bludgeoning damage, and a few of your the shards that your body is made out of sort of scatter onto the floor.
I imagine Orbit was just holding his hands out and I got you, and then just
Yeah,
behind
it's
him he
him.
falls.
And you're Eli, you're finally I found it, and you go to walk out of the library door, and you just see Mulligan face plants next to Orbit.
Eli looks up and oh, you found it.
Mulligan's cape is kind of hanging over Orbith's head, so he can't see anything.
Yeah, Duke Weedon just walks in.
Did it work?
No.
It's just like, fuck. And I walk to Mulligan and I cast Cure Wounds on second level on the poor fellow.
Oh, but next time warn me, please.
Oh,
And
sorry.
you heal for 17.
Just you're like, oh, damn it, and you heal him for fucking 17 hit points with that.
And I cast Firebolt to the symbol in the
Roll to
ceiling.
hit.
Oh, should I throw you too?
No. 23.
Yeah, you. Dice, you notice the
And damage
Luminae,
there.
the Mortem symbol is permanently on. The Luminae symbol flashed for like a few seconds, and then another Ignis symbol in the middle goes on for a few seconds, and it goes off.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna stand at the door and wait for all three symbols to light up, and then
Okay.
as soon as
Okay.
they do, I'm going to push.
Okay.
And
okay,
I just
Dark,
yell
get
at them,
ready.
and I just yell at the
Ready
Lorian.
the entire time.
Who's yelling at me?
Urian. But on the count of 3, you should just cast some form of spell into your symbol.
Okay,
Alright?
sure.
Alright, are you all ready?
Alright. Eli, you count for us.
Okay. On 3. 1, 2.
6.
Ow, wait. Ugh, I stepped in something, sorry. Ugh. Ugh.
I throw a rock at Eli.
Oh, ow. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
But
I'm
it's one
sorry.
of those like rocks that are, it's like sand that has like congealed into a rock. So you like hit it
Yeah.
and it just straight up breaks against his hair. And like, you know, half of your face is now covered with sand, and your hair is also like covered with sand now.
Okay, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3.
Make an attack roll, Urion, and Lauren, you're just Word of Radiance.
Yeah.
Sending the magic.
18.
Got that hit. So, and dice, but all the symbols go on, and the runes on the door sort of dim. Make a strength check.
I push. I push with all my might. 16 for the strength check.
You're pushing yourself back. You're not pushing the door forward. You're like,
Oh. Oh no.
and the symbols and the runes light back up.
Out of excitement, Eli's going to run to the plant room and be like, "Why didn't you open the door?"
It's fucking heavy. What do you want from me? Look at these arms. They weren't made for pushing.
Oh,
Don't have to tell me twice, and I'm just gonna run at the door.
He's running at the door. What are the rest of you doing?
Okay, everyone, on the count of 3, we do it again. All right, wait. Mulligan, what are you doing?
Or you're just straight up sprinting at the door at the moment.
I'm kind of waiting for the countdown,
okay.
so I'm like in an athlete
Okay.
being
Okay,
ready to race.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Can Mulligan polymorph himself into a giant ape to help assist with this door when the runes goes off?
Sure. So, how many spell slots do you have left?
1.
Yeah, one. So you use that one, and you ignite in that golden blue flame and take on the visage of you. For the intents and purposes, you use the stats of the giant ape, but you're Algos themed, you're madness themed. It's like the ape has chains. It almost looks like a statue. It has like this gap in its stomach, and you turn into a giant ape.
I am going to step away from the door.
Nice. You sort of see Orbith and this gigantic ape in this like athletic ready position to run at the door, and you're like straight in their sights.
Me and Mulligan are gonna do a race.
Okay, so Eli and Lorian, what are you guys doing?
I'm
Well,
still at
Lorian
the
is probably-
symbol, so I'm waiting for
Yeah,
the.
sorry, I meant Urion and
Oh.
Lorian.
I'm just reading my firebolt.
Reading an action.
Yeah, and I'm reading my
Okay.
Word of Radiance.
Okay, are you all ready?
Go.
Okay. And like I'm kind of like standing in the gold chamber where the gold was, so that everyone
Is
doing their
coordinated,
thing
yeah.
listens and I yell out 3. Okay, on 1 this time. 3, 2, 1.
Make an attack roll,
Push.
Urion. DC 18.
12?
11. So you...
12.
12. Yeah, so it's a DC 18. So you... and Lauren, you pulse the energy in. You guys notice the Luminae symbol lights up. But Urion, you just... Your firebolt hits to the side and the Ignis one doesn't light up.
Uranus is like fire, and then he takes out a fire gem out of its bag and casts a mage hand, and I just put it into the mage hand and I take it towards and the mage hand
has a
floats.
30-foot range. That thing is 60 feet away on the ceiling.
Ah.
So you sort of float the mage hand up there, and it's just hovering there. The mage hand is sort of like sparking at the moment because it can't go further, and everyone's just looking at you. You're in the middle. Everyone can see you. Like Darkus is looking, Lorian. Everyone's just looking at you while you're doing this. And
I'd like to say for some spice, Orbith ran at the door anyway.
Orbith, you and you hit the door and you take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Urion just looks at it. He's like, just like I don't give a fuck. Like I'm just like,
Okay.
fuck, okay, and I just firebolt again.
So you cast roll to
No,
hit.
you don't. No.
Roll to
Wait.
hit, it's too late.
No.
Lorian sees this and
So
Lorian sees this and puts his enchanter
Okay.
chance mine too.
Okay. You
So that both
just
lights up.
shit, and you do it quickly. And the Ignis one and the Lumina one lights up. Who's doing strength checks?
Yeah, boy.
You're doing this with disadvantage because it wasn't synced up right, so you have a very short window to push this door open.
Whoa, attack goes.
Yeah, so both of you can make strength
Yeah,
checks.
the reason why I have disadvantage is because I'm holding my nose, because I hit it directly into the fucking wall, so my nose is kind of sore. Okay. Met disadvantage,
Ja, disadvantage. Maar jy kry advantage en net 'n straight roll vir jou.
Oh, okay. Wel, dit was 'n 5, so ja.
And Hooligan, disadvantage strength.
I'm just gonna roll the 2. Lowest was 5. Plus the 6, so it's 11.
So you guys, like, all the symbols light up, you're like, shit, we have to push, and you quickly try to jippo it, and the door just...
Guys,
And the
I have
symbols-
to time this correctly.
Eloy turns himself with polymorph into a giant eagle. What do you call them?
I don't know.
The giant eagle.
A giant eagle.
Dit is 'n ding.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I turned myself into when I saved.
Yeah,
Orbith
it
from
was giant
falling.
eagle.
Yeah, it's a giant eagle, bro.
Okay. And you just see next to you, there's a giant eagle like
It's
waddling
going
towards you and looking very judgmentally at you, and kind of like grabs the stone with his beak, and while still making eye contact, lifts up into the air and pushes it against
Do you
the
remember
against
Marco,
the
that 4th level spell slot, you push the stone and the Ignis symbol
I shall.
lights up.
Luminaeus also.
Or are you pushing energy into it?
Yeah, he's just standing
You-
there with a board
and
explosion on
Shit,
his
this
face.
firebolt to be
And,
spiteful.
what's against the eagle or to the symbol?
To a symbol, but like close to the eagle.
Okay, roll to hit.
Goodness.
But nat 1 tref jy hom raak. But on that one you hit him.
13.
Yeah, you just... it's nearby you, Eli. But nonetheless, in the botany... in the botany room, all of the symbols light up.
I'm gonna do my strength.
Orbith, you can make a strength check.
24.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna interrupt. Where'd the music?
Did my thing stop?
My music is working.
Oh, now I hear it.
Yeah, it was just a bit soft.
It just
Yeah.
died.
Orbeth is going to go into barbarian rage because he's pissed off about failing
Go
twice.
for it. Roll that strength check with. Sorry. Yeah, the strength check with advantage. It's your roll, Orbeth.
14.
So you go, Orbeth, you go first. You push on that, and all of a sudden, this looming figure goes over you and just. And the giant ape form of Mulligan. Pushes this door open. And and all of the runes deactivate, and the door is open.
Okay.
Finally, I'm going to walk in.
What do I need to throw again to get out of the polymorph?
You don't.
I need to make
You
the-
don't have to throw. You can dismiss it with a bonus action, I believe.
No, okay, then I'll just dismiss it.
Okay.
Well, Eli like lands to the ground in front of Urion. As he lands, he turns back into Eli, kind of drunkenly does it because he doesn't do this a lot, and silently gives back the stone and just walks back.
So 2 4th levels.
Urina's just like, attitude, ne?
Okay, so can I get a walking order? What are you guys doing? Are you going into this place?
I'm right behind Dice.
Guys, did it work?
Yes, it worked.
Okay.
Finally.
You all walk to that, and even not activating the symbols now, the door is permanently open. So yeah, you can all walk into this space, and yeah, what you see is what you see on
Malbear?
at the moment. So it's a few steps downwards, and then it opens up into a large, like, tomb, essentially.
Oh shit! Ian, I'm gonna. What does my what do you call it?
Divine sense.
Divine sense tell me.
I mean, there's a subtle undead presence here. Very subtle. Mark off that divine
I'm
sense.
gonna have to
I did.
like, yeah, because I don't know. Sorry, no, like we're in the middle of a thing, but how late are we gonna?
Not that much longer. We'll almost end it. I'll just want to lead in to the next thing.
Okay, fair enough.
So you all walk into this space. You can move your selves around in this area as you wish.
Orbeth is still enraged, so he just kinda ran in, but I'd like to think that he just tripped over this thing over here and he just fell on his face. Like,
Fair enough.
right over
Okay.
there.
Look at this place. There's got to be some gold in here somewhere.
Just to be safe, can I use Amulet of Anarchy and Rod of the Pact Keeper action and bonus action? Just to free up both of those
Using an
slots.
action, you regain 2 of your warlock spell slots.
And I want to cast Detect Magic, and then just look around,
Detect.
see if I see any
So
shit.
yeah, you can move yourselves around in this space. You are free to move. Detect magic. Let me get the instances.
Magical.
Magical.
Sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
You detect.
Can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
You detect no magic within this area. It's weird because there's almost. Lorian and Urian, are you going into this room?
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Just move yourselves in there, please.
Eli went into that. He like walked through this hallway thing and saw that there's like an entrance into another room. Wait, can they get in there? I thought it was a wall.
Sorry, you can walk in there. That's not supposed to be there. Just ignore this. We'll say that is the door that you went through, basically. So you can all move around in this space. Darakas.
Is this a wall?
No. Everything, it's open. Make perception checks, those who care. Darakas, with your detect magic up in this area, you walk into this place, and it is a stark contrast to the rest of this building. The rest of the building outside is this beautiful carved stone. It's made with pride and is supposed to showcase wealth. But within this room, all of the walls are made out of a slated dark obsidian color. It's black, essentially, the walls. And very subtly there are runes and things etched into the walls that are glowing a soft white color. But it's weird because someone can make an Arcana check on these runes for me, because they look... There doesn't seem to be a coherent pattern to these runes. It looks like a child that was scribbling on the wall, essentially. These runes are very, not even squiggly lines. They're sharp and incoherent, just everywhere on the walls.
I have a 22 for the Arcana check.
Do I see anything special with my nat 20 for
perception? You walk into this space, and immediately these three things are like pillars that go up to the wall, so you walk past the pillars. In the middle, there is a gigantic sarcophagus with these same etched, incoherent runes on them that glow this soft white color in contrast to the black obsidian that the whole chamber is made out of. This sarcophagus here looks extremely fancy. To the left and to the right, these are just statues. You don't think they're important with that. They're just there for decoration. To the other side where Mulligan is here, there are 4 other sarcophagi. Each of them are closed and also made out of this dark obsidian material, but they don't have these incoherent runes on them. The runes, once again, it looks like someone just scratched on a piece of paper. It doesn't make sense. And with that Arcana check, Darakas, you have no idea what this is. You've never seen anything like this before. This black obsidian room, these soft glowing white runes that don't make sense. Magic doesn't work like this. Magic has to be fluent and sort of in harmony. Things have to be led to the next place for magic to work. This is not magic. This is something else.
Keegan, is there anything that Eli sees significant about the sarcophagus here in the middle?
What was your investigation check?
I haven't made an investigation check yet. Let me just...
I attempt to help Eli.
Eli can make it with advantage. Euron, you got a nat 20 perception, eh?
Yes.
You notice in this room
there are obviously
everything's this deep slate black obsidian with these etched child drawing runes. It looks like a madman drew these runes, essentially. That's the only source of light in this room, and it's on every wall, on all of the floors. And you also look up, and to the side of the walls, these statues that you see here, they seem to be of they're almost trophies in a way. The statue of these beasts that have been killed, and you also see against the walls and stuff. It's weird. It's almost like a collection of so besides for all of this black and the white glowing runes, you see this collection of essentially beast parts and beast trophies. The most powerful beasts in the world have been killed, and those trophies have been kept in this room, it seems. And you also notice 4 like skeletal dragons mounted or that are hanging from chains off of the ceiling of this place, as if they are put on display. Just these 4 massive skeletal dragons held with chains to the ceiling. Eli, what was your investigation check?
30-20.
So you're investigating the main sarcophagus, right?
Yes.
There is something written on it in Celestial. You speak Celestial?
No, I don't.
I do.
I speak Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
So do you call for someone to read the Celestial?
Yeah, I will.
Does anyone know how to read this?
I do.
Can I move to open the sarcophagus here in the middle? Or at least push on the lid?
I'll go help
You can make
Eli.
a strength check, Dice. Someone assisting Dice to lift off the sarcophagus.
I shall
Please.
I shall assist him.
Make a strength check. Dice or Orbit.
I got to set. Okay, well, good with advantage then, I assume. 13?
How much? 13.
13? Yeah.
Surprise.
I got a 16.
Okay, so you surprisingly light this material. Well, it's not that light, but Orbit, you're pretty strong, and you move the lid to the side. As the lid falls off, Alorian, you read the Celestial out loud. And it says,
Oh dear.
Jezebel, Rottenell, Rottenell. And the coffin is empty.
Hey, Viper?
Alorian reads out the
Do you read it out loud?
Alorian
Eli?
reads it out loud. It's a name plaque for the sarcophagus.
Jezebel.
It says Jezebel, Rothenell, Rottenell,
Ruthlin.
and the sarcophagus is empty.
Wow, I knew these people were vain, but I mean,
Um,
making a sarcophagus for someone who's not dead? Kind of stupid, isn't it?
Can I?
You'll seen for
I want to
Eli
use my divine.
and a fucking sweet and break.
I want to use my divine
Eli
strength,
says,
please.
Hello, buddy.
Bye.
Are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost.
He is pale, very
Eli?
pale, and he doesn't know what to say.
Isn't she alive?
As far as I can tell. Shouldn't be. Old fucking bat.
Eli, who's this supposed to be?
Eli starts hyperventilating.
Valorian, as he's done before, slaps Eli through the face.
Thank you.
Who is this?
That's the name. It's the name of my grandmother.
Isn't she alive?
Yes. However, this alludes to something completely different. Oh,
Is she?
no.
Wait, don't tell
I
me
don't
she's
like this.
undead.
Wait a moment. So that means she probably knows about this place, right?
Probably.
Well, she's old enough.
Can I use my
Eli walks
um,
out of the room.
Hi,
Can I use my divine sense,
Eli, as you
please?
start walking out of the room, divine sense goes off.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I want to
yeah.
do as well.
No, Lauren, your divine sense goes off.
And I say my divine sense like stops me
No.
as well, and I'm like, oh.
That's my danger sense.
Or with your danger sense goes out of control all of a sudden. And Eli, your divine sense sort of activates by itself, and you just feel this, this undead energy radiate.
We need to get out of here.
Lauren, and the door.
Job using the 4th level spell slots. Aha.
Closes,
get out of
and
here.
all of these white runes lights up, and you hear this rattling sound, and you hear chains rattling, and you look up to the noise, and the dragon skeletons are shaking, and the chains.
Oh, hell no.
No.
Lauren starts backing up. Wait,
And
which side is the dragon?
Four
Dragons?
gigantic dragon skeletons
No.
gets animated
Lauren backs
as
up.
4 souls from the coffins on the far side of the room fly through the air and inhabit each of these skeletal dragons. And their eyes
This is a
light
problem.
up with this white
This is
energy.
a big problem.
The dragons roar in unison, and the runes on the wall glow this white energy. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
Oh, we're dead. We're dead.
Nice.
We're
So you
done
guys
for.
are down 4th level spell slots because you used polymorph. This is gonna go well. It's gonna go
There was
very
only one 4th level spell slot at least. I still have 2.
Fantastic.
There we go.
well.
Gonna be rough, man.
What's the level is teleportation circle? It's 5th level. Okay.
It takes a minute to
Okay.
cross.
We have an
remember.
escape strategy.
Yes, I know. Julle gaan my moet protect.
Right.
Mm.
Cheers, guys.
Okay.
Well
Bye-bye.
done, guys. Thank
Yes,
you.
I'll go to. Bye.
Thank you for the session. It was very
See
cool.
you guys.
I shall see you peeps later.
Yeah, goodbye everyone.
Yes.
Right, bye.
I'm
Adios.
really tired.
Bye-bye.
I need to go.
Again next time.
Wag, kyk en ek wil actually iets vra.
Yes.
Eloy en die res wat hier is, Devin, gaan julle self
Just
asseblief.
hang on for a moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if anybody is watching the stream still. I don't know if it was just my friends that sort of signed in to make me feel better, but welcome to the world
There's one or
of
two
Meir.
of them.
We will be here. We probably won't have a set schedule because we are all very busy with shit that's going on in our lives. So we'll release this as a recording, and
I'll be back.
we'll be back somewhere
Sometime.
within the next week. Maybe not each Sunday or something like that.
exactly.
We're gonna figure it out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, if anyone is watching. And this was Will of Meir by the Cube Creative Media.
Bye.
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 Adios.